Going to be an interesting one again. Only 3 game weeks left. I'm feeling a little bit emotional, I must admit. I am slightly ready for a break. Get my Saturday morning back a little bit, but also you guys know I love being here. So do say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know what you're doing right now as well. You guys, the nice thing about what you're doing is you can just lay in bed and watch me if it's early morning. I've got to be here and look semi-present. I was going to say presentable. You could argue that I don't ever look presentable, but I look semi-presentable. So I feel like you have it a lot easier right now, just laying there in bed. I can see lots of egg emojis in the chat already. Love to see it. Hello from Singapore. Oh, that's on my list. I'm not going to lie, I'm very obsessed with travel at the moment, and I want to book about 40 holidays. I just want to go on holiday. I feel pale. I feel like I need to see some sun. Yes, Ross, you're here. Good to see you, Lukey boy. FPL Marcus, of course. FPL Bateman Marcus in the chat. Eating peaches in bed. Is that a euphemism, Marcus, that you're eating a peach in bed? I'm not going to comment either way. Just came back from the gym. I assume it's a different... Where are you from, Calvin? You told me this. Was it Thailand? So different time zone. I was going to say it's very early. Hi from London. Yeah, big up London. I'm from South myself. Hello from Egypt. Oh, I love Egypt. I went to Egypt once and it was beautiful. It was like 44 degrees when I was there. It was so hot. Hello from Malaysia. Definitely on my list as well. South Africa. Good morning. Good morning, Yelena. How are we today? Daddy Raptor, it's 1 a.m. in Vancouver. Oh, get some sleep. You need to get your 8 hours. Hello from Greece. Oh, all of these places just sound so much nicer than Nottingham. Nothing against Nottingham, of course. I have no issue with Nottingham, but Scotland, Sydney, Jordan, Israel, Egypt, Antarctica, Botswana, Serbia. Big up to Serbia. The glamorous Blackpool. Yeah, not as glamorous as some of these places, but, you know, no issue with it. Hello from Amsterdam. I will be in Amsterdam in... How long is that? Less than 3 weeks. Oh, God. I mean, Amsterdam in less than 3 weeks. Is that right? My EasyJet app will tell me. It doesn't tell me. It's not going to load. That's fine. Oh, 19 days. Trip to Amsterdam, 19 days. It's exciting. Canada, Jamaica, Brussels, Reading, Birmingham. Right. There are some interesting places going on. We're going to get into FPL, though, because you're not here for me to just shout random places at you. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest, with my team. However, it's looking... I was going to say it's looking good. It's not looking particularly good, is it? It looks really weird. But I've got my triple Brighton, I've got my triple Newcastle, and... What's this? I've got triple Brighton, triple Newcastle, and my single game week players look good. The issues, I suppose, I want Bruno Fernandes a little bit. I don't have any Arsenal, and obviously Rashford's injury, and I'd quite like Callum Wilson. So these are some of the things that are going around my mind at the moment. It's a weird old formation, though. It really is. Morning, love. Good morning, Claudette. Good to see you, as always. What is this? Good morning, Raptor. Mars. I don't think you're tuning in from Mars. If you are, it's pretty cool. What do you think on the Rashford injury? I do think that Ten Hag has played mind games in the past, so I'm definitely not ruling out the fact that there could just be a little bit of mind games going on, but I don't think so. I think it probably looks like Rashford's out. I suppose the option you've got is just start Rashford and hope that he either starts and gets good minutes or he just doesn't play at all. But there is always the risk of a cameo. And when I think Luke Shaw is a really good option this week, like, he's been excellent recently. It's a really good fixture, and Varane could potentially be starting. If Varane starts, it'll either be Varane and Shaw, or Varane could replace Shaw at centre-back and then Shaw switches to left-back. So there is the chance that we get a left-back Luke Shaw against Wolves at home. So I think at the moment that's the plan. But I haven't really decided between Luke Shaw and Rashford who I'm going to start. I guess I could even start Grealish. A lot of people wondering why Grealish has been on the bench for me all week. It's just... Obviously, Mahrez and Foden not getting any minutes. Alvarez not getting any minutes. I feel like Alvarez, Mahrez, Foden would make a bit of sense. That being said, that's assuming that Pep wants to make no changes to the Real Madrid lineup, and also assuming that he wants to give none of the players that are going to play in the Real Madrid game any minutes. So like, we know Pep's a bit of a rhythm man. He might want to give Haaland and Grealish 60 minutes and then rest them that way. So I do think Grealish could start, but I'm just a little bit worried, I suppose, on that one. So at the moment, that's the team. I do have 2 free transfers, though. So I kind of got to do something. Morning from Sweden. Good morning, Mark. Need to use my 2 free transfers to fund March to McAllister. What do you think of Watkins to Alvarez or any other striker suggestions? I like Alvarez, and at the moment, I think Alvarez probably starts. My main concern is that, like I said, if he wants to give Haaland and KDB and Grealish some minutes to keep the rhythm there, then we could conceivably see Alvarez on the bench. So it's a slight risk. But then I suppose that you've got the double next week. Over the next 3 games, I would expect 1 start for Alvarez at least. Is that enough? Potentially. I still think Solanke's a decent option if you want to go there. He's still got decent data. What other strikers? I had like a differentials list. Gabriel Jesus, but he's more expensive. Mitrovic. What's Mitrovic's price now? Let's have a look. Yeah, if Mitrovic funds it, then I don't mind Mitrovic. You've got Enciso if you want to go for a Brighton player and you're not already on the Brighton triple up. But yeah, there's not a whole ton of options, to be honest, when we're looking at cheap strikers. If you think Pep's a rhythm man, do you think you are? I've got great rhythm. I've got hips like Shakira. That's all I'm going to say. Raptor, I need help. March to McAllister for a -4 or start Solanke. Oh, it's not a bad fixture against Palace for Bournemouth. I'd still probably do March to McAllister. As long as it's for free. If it's for a hit, I'd probably start Solanke. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin, Marcus is interested in. I don't mind Calvert-Lewin. Obviously not a great fixture this week, but decent for 37 and 38. Do you think Jason Steele has lost his place in goal? I don't think so, but I don't know that. Yeah, he wasn't great, obviously, against Everton. Did my moves earlier in the week to avoid price rises? That didn't happen. Now have Stones, KDB and Rashford all predicted not to start. Do I take a -12, benches Zuma, Konsa and Greenwood? Oh dear, Frosty. No, I wouldn't. I think KDB, there's a good chance he starts, and Stones, there's a chance he starts as well. I wouldn't try and predict Pep too much. Obviously, Rashford's a slight issue, but you probably don't want to sell him ahead of 37. So I don't think you need to worry too much about that. Hey, Ross, do you think Ake starts? I'm not even going to attempt to. Has Luke done his thread yet? I'm not even going to try and attempt to predict the City lineup. I think it's going to be really, really difficult this week. What am I doing? Luke. That's quite funny. Let me show you Luke's tweet thread. So if you don't know Luke, he's done some stuff over with Scout. He's also on Black Box quite a lot. He basically, for the last 2 years, he's been predicting the City lineup, and he's been doing it very, very well as well. It's not like he just makes it up. He really does a lot of research on it, and he's been pretty accurate as well. Every week he does a thread, and I actually trust his thread. Like, he's obviously predicting at the same time, but he's pretty good. So he thinks that this is a joke, by the way, but I quite like it. You can read through the thread if you want to, but this is his predicted lineup for the Everton game. So he thinks that they're not just going to go complete rotation. Haaland will start. Grealish will start is his prediction. And he's also predicting Alvarez to start ahead of KDB. But he's got John Stones in there. There's no Ake. So, yeah, that's only one person's prediction. Has Alex done his prediction yet? What's his name? It's like 4LA, like that. No, what's it? I always forget his name. This is the issue when people have stupid names on. I won't be able to find it. It's like a weird. I don't know. This is just don't have a stupid handle on Twitter, and then people can search for your name more easily. Emma might have done her Jump the Wave. I'm trying to get some more. Has she done her Man City ones yet? Oh, here it is. It is 4L. I don't know why it didn't come up. This is the other guy that does predictions. He's predicting. Is that the same 11? I think he's got Gundogan rather than Bernardo Silva. It's basically the same 11 though. So most people that you trust are... that's making me think I want to start Grealish now. Do I start Grealish ahead of Luke Shaw? Haaland is predicted to start by most, so is Mahrez, and then no one's got KDB starting. A lot of them have Alvarez. So yeah, maybe Alvarez is a decent punt, and I would probably start him this week. I'm now wondering if I start Grealish ahead of Luke Shaw. Alfred says, what do we think about Botman out to free up a Newcastle spot? Watkins and Tony out for Wilson and Isak. Yeah, I don't mind that. I've considered it myself. I just think there's a chance Botman keeps a clean sheet, and I don't want to use 2 transfers just to switch around Botman to Wilson. But I don't hate it. I feel like Wilson obviously has the higher ceiling, and there's a good chance he does well. Hi, Ross. Since Rashford is out, how certain are we that Martial will start? Would you start him in your FPL team if he was in your team? We're still not 100% certain, but it looks good for a start. I think we'll probably see... We could see a number of things, to be honest. We could see Martial up top, Bruno in the 10... Garnacho or Sancho on the left and then Anthony on the right. We could potentially see Weghorst in the 10, Martial up top, Bruno on the left, Anthony or Sancho on the right. There are so many different variations that we could see. I don't think it's dead cert that Martial starts, but I think it looks more likely for him if Rashford is out. Made a move for KDB a while back. Missed Salah's good run. In trouble in my mini league. Do I make a move to Salah to play safe or stick with KDB? It's tough, isn't it? Because, like I said, no one's predicting him to start, but I still think that no one can fully predict Pep. Oh, I don't know that I would take KDB out before a double, but this week for Salah looks good. That's such a tricky one. I guess I would be tempted to do KDB to Salah and then maybe bring in like a Mahrez or a Grealish or a Foden as another City attacker just to have that cover next week, or maybe an Alvarez. Yeah, I do feel like Salah will probably outscore KDB over the next few. Hi, mate. Rank Robertson, Shaw, Stones. Also need a striker in 37. Is Wilson better since he's likely to be benched versus Brighton, whilst Isak should start both? I don't mind that logic. I actually don't mind Alvarez again if you need a striker for 37. Robbo, Shaw, Stones. I would say... I would probably say Shaw, Robertson, Stones. Just because Stones doesn't have that much attacking threat, and we don't know if he'll start. Shaw and Robertson should start. So I would rank those 2 above him. Good morning, King. Estepinian, Stones, or Gakpo? Estepinian, Stones, or Gakpo? I would say... Definitely not Stones. It'd be Estepinian or Gakpo for me. If you think Gakpo starts, I would be tempted by Gakpo. Bruno over Haaland, captain, as a differential. Am I mad? I don't think you're mad. I think I prefer Haaland and Salah, if you've got Salah. If I was going to captain a single game week player this week, I'd captain Salah, which is why my Vice armband is on Salah. Alvarez to Wilson, Isak for a -4. I'll also be captaining. I wouldn't sell Alvarez this week personally, no. Timinator says, stuck on benching one of Estepinian, Shaw, and Foden. I would probably bench Foden because most people aren't predicting Foden to start. But if you think Foden does start, then potentially start him. It's so difficult because like I have my predictions on City, but I'm literally guessing, and there's no point me standing here and sitting here and saying that I think Foden will start if it's just a random guess. FPL Pickle in the chat says, Raya or Kepa debate needed. Well, yeah, Raya and Kepa's a tricky one. Chat, what do we think? Raya versus Kepa. Do you know what? I'll start a poll. Let me start a poll. Who would you start? Raya against West Ham at home, or Kepa against Forest at home? It is Forest at home, isn't it? Let's just say it's Forest at home. Raya or Kepa, who would you start? A lot of people got that debate going on at the moment. So just to give you my thoughts on it, Raya makes more saves. Raya is better for bonus points. However, I would say that Kepa has the better fixture. He still makes a lot of saves and probably has the higher clean sheet chance. And Chelsea are actually slightly better defensively across the season. Brentford slightly better recently. I would probably start Kepa, but there's no logic behind that. It's just I think West Ham will score. What are your thoughts on Arsenal assets this week? Yeah, I love them. I think you should start them if you can. I'm looking at Gabriel Jesus quite closely. I also like Martinelli. Yeah, I wouldn't have an issue starting Arsenal assets this week. I'm not sure about their defence. I think Brighton will probably score. But, yeah. Stones or Estepinian? That's a tough one, isn't it? Probably Estepinian. Probably Estepinian. Jack says March and Watkins for Mahrez and Enciso, or McAllister and Alvarez, or McAllister and Wilson. Well, this is the most complicated question I've ever had in a super chat, Jack. March and Watkins for Mahrez and Enciso, or Mac and Alvarez, or Mac and Wilson and defender for a -4, or Grealish for Mahrez and keep free transfer. That is the most impossible question I've ever had to answer. I'm going to say, if I understand this correctly, I wouldn't sell Alvarez for Wilson. March and Watkins to Mahrez and Enciso sounds decent. I would do March and Watkins to McAllister and Alvarez. I think that's the question. Or March... I don't understand. I'd get McAllister in and I would look to bring in either Alvarez or a Wilson or an Isak. Sorry, the questions just blow my mind. There's too many options there. By the way, if you do a super chat, making it as simple as possible really helps me. Because otherwise my brain will break. Should I start Grealish or Akanji? I'd start Grealish. I need to think about whether I'm going to do Grealish or Shaw. Do I start Grealish or Shaw? Hey Ross, what a crazy week. What a crazy week. Not one decision is easy. Yeah, there are quite a few difficult decisions this week. Benching, captain, transfers, perfect FPL. Please comment. Bench Estepinian, play Grealish and Shaw. Oh, I don't know. I think Estepinian, Shaw and Grealish for me are all very equal. I would definitely play Trent, for example, ahead of Estepinian, but at the moment, I think I rank Estepinian and Shaw above Grealish just because we don't know if Grealish will start. If you knew that Grealish was going to start, I'd probably rank Grealish ahead of Estepinian, and which is something I probably need to think about myself. I do like the fact that Estepinian has 2 bites here, right? He's got 2 chances for a clean sheet, 2 chances for an attacking return, but they don't look like great chances, so I don't know. I've probably not helped you there massively, Polkit, but at the moment, I've got Grealish third out of all of those options. Got a massive super chat from Frosty. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you. Screw it. -12. Jesus. For Stones to Dunk, KDB to Mahrez, Greenwood to Alvarez, bench Rashford. Have to go adulting now. Enjoy the stream. Best of luck, mate. That's a big old hit, but hopefully it pays you back this week. I guess you've got nothing to lose. You've had a tough season, so yeah, best of luck with it. And thank you for the super chat as well. Good morning, Daddy Raptor. Captain Isak, Wilson or Salah also marched to Gross for a -4. Firstly, good morning, son. Good to see you. Captain Isak, Wilson or Salah. I would say Isak, Salah, Wilson, just because I don't know if Wilson will start both. If we know that Wilson starts Leeds, he's not bad for a captaincy shout. So maybe wait until... If you stick around on this stream, fantastic marketing as always. If you stick around on this stream, then at about 10:45, hopefully we'll have some early team news. But yeah, at the moment, I'd say Isak and Salah above for me. March to Gross for a -4. Gross is an interesting one, isn't he? Because the data's not that great, but he's playing 90 minutes. So I don't mind Pascal Gross. He's a super differential, but I prefer McAllister and Matoma myself. By the way, if you're one of the 3,000 people watching that has not yet liked the stream, please do like the stream. I would massively appreciate it. And also make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 70,000 subscribers before the end of the season, but the subscribers have slowed down quite a lot. So if you do enjoy the content and you want to support me and you want to see future content... By the way, there is some exciting content coming next week. Let me just tell you, the biggest video I've ever done by far. If you want to see that next week, make sure to subscribe as well. But yeah, Pascal Gross I don't mind as an option, but I prefer March and McAllister. Not March, McAllister and Matoma, I should say. What button? That button. Julio Enciso or Ferguson? I think Ferguson is probably being underappreciated slightly. I'm just going to go back to that. His data is actually really good when he plays, but so is Enciso's. It just comes down to who you think gets more minutes. I think Ferguson as a striker is better than Enciso, in my opinion. The good thing about Enciso is that he can play anywhere along the front line or as the number 10. So I feel like he's more likely to get minutes because even if, for example, let's say Enciso starts when Ferguson comes on, it could be that then Enciso switches out to the right and Buonanotte comes off, or potentially even Matoma and McAllister get a bit of a rest. Whereas Ferguson can only play one role, really. I guess he could play off the left and right, but he's more likely to play through the middle. Raptors doing a 24-hour stream next week. The content's much more exciting than me doing a 24-hour stream. I can promise you that. What happens when a lot of people like a stream? Excuse my YouTube ignorance. No, it's a good question. So the more people that like a stream, YouTube, which makes sense, think that people like the stream. If you like the stream, they will then push it out in the algorithm. So let's say that all 3,000 of you just like the stream. YouTube would say, hang on a second, everyone's loving this content. Let me push it out to more people that watch FPL and YouTube's football stuff. So it basically just pushes the stream out to more people. This is why we ask for it. I don't get any more money by people liking. Like, it doesn't give me any more money. It just pushes the stream out to people that maybe haven't seen me before. There's your explanation. Jax says, March and Watkins to Mahrez and Enciso, or McAllister and Alvarez. Is this the same Jack that I said your question was really confusing before? Okay. March and Watkins to Mahrez and Enciso, or McAllister and Alvarez. I probably prefer McAllister and Alvarez myself. The reason I say that is you've got one penalty taker. You've got Alvarez, who has a high ceiling. Mahrez and Enciso are probably less certain for minutes than McAllister and Alvarez as a pairing, I would say. But I guess you've got a slight risk with Mahrez and Alvarez regardless. Do subscribers do anything, or is it just something you can brag about? No, subscribers do nothing for money. Again, you don't earn more money by having more subscribers. The more subscribers you have, though, you'll pop up in more people's subscription feeds. So it's not for... I don't ask for subscribers for bragging. I ask for it because if you subscribe to me, you're more likely to see my video. Which, again, is why we ask for subscribers. But the main thing is views. You get paid for views, basically. The more people that watch, the more money you get. Alvarez and Trent out. The only way I get Trippier and Isak. Alvarez and Trent out. I wouldn't do that in a million years, Samuel. Wouldn't do that in a million years. What are your thoughts on Diogo Jota? I would play him if you've got him. I like him. I still think he'll get enough minutes over the final 3 game weeks. Hey, buddy, Estepinian or one of Pinnock/Solanke? Definitely not Pinnock for me. I'd play Estepinian still probably. I don't mind Solanke though. Yeah, be Estepinian, Solanke, and then Pinnock. Just join the video. Please go through the Rashford situation again, love. Are you calling me love, or did you miss off the you? Love. What is there to say? I think Ten Hag could be playing mind games, but I don't think so. I think he probably misses this week. I definitely wouldn't sell him because we don't know the extent of the injury. And Manchester United have a double with Bournemouth and Chelsea in 37 and then Fulham in 38. So I wouldn't be selling Rashford. I would either start him and hope that he doesn't come on or bench him. That's my opinion on it. Why has Watkins been overlooked this weekend by everyone with Spurs' poor recent away record and Villa's strong home record? Any thoughts on Willock? So to start with Watkins, I don't think anyone's overlooking him. I just think we've got so many good options this week. And Villa have dropped off slightly in the last few for numbers and also output. And Watkins hasn't sort of been at that. He looks like he's maybe lost a little bit of that red hot form. I still don't think we're overlooking him. Like I said, I just think they're like, who would I play him instead of? Maybe Luke Shaw. But Luke Shaw's got a great chance for a clean sheet. I'm probably selling him this week just to give me funds for next week. So yeah, I agree that maybe we're overlooking him slightly, but I just think there are just too many good options. It's not a normal game week, is it? Grealish to Mahrez or Foden for a -4 or keep Jack? Grealish to Mahrez or Foden for a -4 or keep Jack? I would just keep Jack Grealish. A lot of people are predicting him to start. For what it's worth, I don't know. I think there's a good chance he doesn't start, but a lot of the people that predict City lineups every week and actually think about Pep's patterns more than I do seem to think there's a good chance Grealish starts. And like I said, he does believe in rhythm, Pep, so I don't think he'll just completely give Grealish no minutes. I think he'll give Grealish some minutes, but I don't know how many that'll be. March to Willock or Murphy, Ross? Oh, yeah, someone asked me about Willock, didn't they? I like Willock a lot. Decent data, slightly better data than Joelinton. I haven't got Murphy on this list. My issue with Murphy is that Almiron could play one or both on the right. And Murphy, even when Murphy starts, he comes off around... Let me get you Murphy's minutes, actually, because this is what put me off Murphy. And I don't want to put you off Murphy if you think he's a great option. But I'm just explaining why I'm not so sure. So Almiron obviously can play on the right. Let's say that Murphy still starts both, which I don't think will be the case. I think Almiron will start one. These are his minutes. 64, 68, 22, 65, 55, 45. He's come off twice before 60 minutes. And then the other 3 times that he started, it's been just after 60 minutes. And then he had one off the bench. It's not enough minutes for me. And I don't feel like, with some players, the upside's so high. Like in Ciso and Ferguson, their data's so good that I feel like it's worth the minutes risk. And same with Callum Wilson. I'm not sure I get that vibe with Murphy, especially when you've got great options in someone like a Willock or a Joelinton. So I probably say Willock is my favourite Newcastle midfielder. That's my opinion on it anyway. Which 2 should I start out of Stones, Dallo, and Gabriel? I would start Gabriel. Would I start Gabriel? He's probably got the lowest chance of the clean sheet, hasn't he? But he's the most nailed on. Stones and Dallo are better options if they start. So maybe go Stones and Dallo and just hope that they start. The thing is, we could quite easily see Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Varane, and Shaw as an example. Dallow's probably not going to play at left back if Varane's back. I would expect it to be Varane and Lindelof with Shaw at left back. But I guess we could again see Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Shaw, and Malacia or Dallo. So Man United have too many options in the defence at the moment. It's a bit annoying, and we don't know exactly how they'll line up. But sure, I would maybe start Stones and Dallo and just hope. Fingers crossed. So I'm just trying to work out if I've missed any super chats. I can't see any. Good morning, Ross. Thoughts on selling Salah instead of Kane this week to fund a Newcastle forward currently on freemium and would bring in Bruno for Mo? I'm not going to lie. I hate that just because I think Salah's such a good option this week. But yeah, I wouldn't. Sorry, I wouldn't do that myself. I don't want to put you off too much. I just think Salah's a great option this week. But if you really are set on the sort of transfer plans that you've got and you feel like this is the best move for your team, then go for it. We actually saw, was it this season or last season? It was last season. Salah got a 0-pointer against Leicester, didn't he? He missed a penalty, and I didn't own him for that week. So in a single week, anything could happen. I'm just not sure this is the week I would want to bet against Salah. Can you answer this question? He's asked it 476 times. Yes. Now that Rashford might not play, should I play Solanke or Anthony? I mean, Anthony should start anyway. Anthony's relatively nailed, so I would probably start Anthony. Solanke's got... What's Anthony's data like? I think I would actually start Solanke just for pens. Yeah, I'd go Solanke. There you go. Oh, what a funny message to read. What's your team worth, bro? You have everyone. Good question. Let's have a look. My team value is 104.7 million, which isn't that high, I guess. If you're wondering why the lighting looks weird, by the way, I've still not fixed my old light, so the lighting makes me look like I'm dead. So that's always fun, isn't it? But yeah, 104.7. I've got 0.5 in the bank. I might run a poll now to say who should I start between Grealish and Shaw. I don't know. Seeing everyone predict Grealish to start is putting me off slightly. What was Emma's general predictions? Right, Man City. versus Southampton. Does she mean Everton? Yeah, Everton. Okay, I was going to say it's the wrong one. See, now this then makes me think I shouldn't start Grealish. So what basically Emma does every week is she's got some like hardcore fans that predict the lineup every week. They've about 50% of them have got Grealish starting and about 50% have got Grealish on the bench. And I feel like this is the issue that it's very difficult. Everyone's got Haaland starting. Most people have Mahrez. Everyone's got a Kanji apart from one. Diaz and Laporte, Rodri. It's basically Foden or Grealish. Everyone's predicting Mahrez to start. So yeah, it's basically, do we think Foden will start or do we think Grealish will start? That's a tough one. What do we think, chat? Would you start Shaw or Grealish? You're a vision of loveliness, Ross. Thank you, Claudette. That's very kind. What about KDB? I didn't even look for KDB. I don't think anyone's got him starting, sadly. 3 people out of 19 are predicting KDB to start. So it's not looking great. But again, these are predictions. No one knows for certain. If you want to follow Emma, by the way, she does great work. She's called Emma or @JumpTheWave. And she doesn't just do this for Man City, by the way. Just give her a little shout out. She does it for Chelsea, Spurs, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool, is it? Does she do Arsenal? Where's the... Yeah, Arsenal. So 6. Basically the top 6. Well, the traditional top 6. So it can be very, very useful. What do I think on captaincy? I think captaincy's... I don't know if it's a straightforward one. I would captain a doubler myself. I think there are enough decent options. If you've got Wilson and or Isak, I feel like Isak's probably the slightly better option for expected minutes. I don't mind Callum Wilson, though. I actually think Trippier is one of the better captaincy options this week, but I don't think... That's not a particularly enjoyable watch, hoping for a clean sheet from your captain. Who else? Matoma's not bad. McAllister's not bad. We'll do a captaincy poll in a bit because I feel like it's going to be slightly more split this week, but I still think that Isak will be the popular one. -4 for McAllister or just play Trent? Thanks. I'll just play Trent. Would you do Van Dijk to Trippier for a -4? Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. Oh, God, my belly is rumbling. Intermittent fasting is making me hungry. Right, I'm going to end that poll. So for those of you that are wondering, should you start Raya or Kepa, 58% of the chat think you should actually start Kepa. And that's interesting because everyone hates Kepa. But I would probably lean Kepa as well, but it's a difficult one. Let me do a poll. Who would you start? Have some water. I've got water. I just don't want to wee constantly, so I don't drink too much of it on the stream. Who would you start? Luke Shaw against Wolves at home or Grealish against Everton away? Do you know what? I'll actually put Rashford on there as well. Who do you think I should start? Shaw, Rashford or Grealish? I've just run a poll. This is for my team, but you can just answer just generally. But I'm just basically, I've got that final spot in my 11. It needs to be Shaw, Grealish, or Rashford, and then I'll order it based on everything else as well. I think I've probably got it in the correct order. I think it probably is Shaw, Grealish, Rashford in that order, but we'll see. You going for a wee a few streams back was so full of tension. I know, I don't want to do that on a regular basis, really. Yeah, Claudette makes a decent point. I think Forest score, they actually have incentive to try and stay up. Yeah, Forest are battling right now. Raya against West Ham. West Ham are basically safe and they can't really get much further up the table. So I feel like, yeah, West Ham have less to play for, so maybe you're going to go less for all out, whereas Forest have to score. Yeah, I don't mind that logic, Claudette. I don't disagree. Have we got any leaks? We're not going to get any leaks for at least another hour, I would say. And we're not even 100% sure to get them. Newcastle's less likely than some other teams because a lot of people don't have sources with Newcastle because we're not usually waiting for Newcastle lineups. FPL Pickle says, I agree. I know you were probably leaning Raya yourself. So yeah, maybe there's some confirmation bias there for going Raya. I have a free hit for 37. Should I replace Rashford? Maybe not, because he's got Fulham in game week 38. But I guess it's less of a reason to keep him because the main reason you want to keep him is for that double, isn't it? How important do you think it is to have 2 free transfers in game week 38? I don't necessarily think that important, to be honest. Let me show you my team, just to give you a bit of an idea. So let's say in this week, the current plan is Watkins to Greenwood. Super boring. Literally the most boring move I've ever made with 2 free transfers. So in 37, my team is looking as something like... Oh, I've got to probably bench Trippier. This is disgusting. Do you know what? I actually think I would bench Isak and hope that my team will be something like that in 37. But do you know what? I think I would do the Grealish move to Bruno, wouldn't I? The team will be something like that in 37. Then I would have 2 free transfers in 38. But I mean, just to give you a bit of an idea about what your team will look like, probably, you don't need 2 free transfers in 38 at all. Like, if I had no transfers, I would happily play this team. My current plan, though, is going to be something like this. What are the rest of the fixtures like? 38. Who's got a good fixture? I don't mind Bournemouth's fixture. Palace have Forest at home. Everton have Bournemouth at home. Leicester have West Ham at home. I might take another punt somewhere. I guess I could get in a... How much have I got? 0.4 in the bank. That's not enough to get like Martinelli, which is annoying. I don't know. I would take another punt somewhere. It might even be something like, I don't know, Estepinian to Ben White, just to get a decent defender in. But yeah, basically all I'm saying is your team probably looks fine. If your team's anything similar to mine, it probably looks fine for 38, and you don't have a massive necessity for 2 free transfers. Shush, no bias, pure skill. I think you're very biased. I think you fluke it most weeks, to be honest. You can bet Ederson gets a clean sheet if you bench him. Yeah, chat. Should I be starting? I should be starting Ederson, really, shouldn't I? If we're being honest with ourselves, I should probably be starting Ederson. But I'm just so sick and tired of his nonsense. But yeah, do you know what? I could still start Ederson. Who to start? Shaw, Grealish, or Mitrovic? Mitrovic is I'd be tempted by Mitrovic. I would be tempted by Mitrovic. I would be. I don't know. They're all good options, to be honest. Just Mitrovic is owned by no one. That is such a mega differential, isn't it? Because he's obviously been banned for 8 game weeks. Mitrovic will come off the bench, surely. I think he'll just start, to be honest. But maybe I'm over... Yeah, maybe I'm under considering the fact that he could just be on the bench. I don't know. 1 free transfer left, Kane or Tony to Isak. I wouldn't sell Kane. Tony to Isak sounds good. Yeah, I like that. Would you bring in Willock or Wilson? I prefer Wilson to Willock, but it depends on the structure of your team as well. Willock's obviously a lot cheaper and a midfielder, so it depends what you need. My super chat, please. Thanks, Ross. Did I miss it? Oh, I've just seen it. Kane to Isak, Grealish to Fernandes, Trent in for a -4. Kane to Isak. Fine. These feel like luxury moves, which I don't hate. Again, we don't need to use our transfers, but selling Kane and Grealish Oh, I'm not sure about that one. Although I would be tempted to sell. It's the Kane is worrying me. If I had Kane, I don't think I'd be selling Kane. But yeah, I don't mind it. Isak and Fernandez probably are an upgrade, and I like the fact you can get Trent in Schnapp. So yeah, maybe go for it. It is high risk, high reward. Kepa or Edison? I would start Kepa ahead of Edison. Why do you never read out my comments? There you go. You've used your one comment being read out to say why do I not read out your comments? I'm not doing it deliberately. If you are someone, and by the way, I do want to apologize. If you're someone that types messages in every live stream and I've never read out your message or responded, I just know that that's not deliberate. I'm not deliberately ignoring anyone. It's just so happens that that's the way it goes sometimes. Morning, my peoples. Good morning, Chris. Man United assets. It's Bruno and Shaw, really. There are other punts that you can take, but it's Bruno and Shaw. And obviously, if Rashford's fit, then Rashford. Do you think Dalot will start? My honest answer to this is yes. I think he could start right back in this one. But it really depends on whether Varane's fit enough to start. And if Varane's fit enough, does he replace Lindelof or Shaw? So at the moment, we're playing Lindelof and Shaw as the two centre-backs. And then like Malacia or Dalot at left back, and then Dalot or Wan-Bissaka at right back. If Varane comes in, he could either replace Shaw and Shaw goes out to left back, or he could replace Lindelof and then Shaw stays at centre back. It's so difficult to predict. And like I said, it might be that actually Varane's on the bench again. So I can't really predict. But at the moment, I would say yes, Dalot starts, just because I think Wolves are a team that will sit back and defend, and we need to break them down. And Dalot's much better than the Wan-Bissaka at that. KDB to Salah, I don't mind it, yeah. Would I play Mahrez? Yeah, I would definitely play Mahrez. Yeah, I would play Mahrez. If Grealish was Mahrez in my team, I would start him. Grealish or Gakpo? If it's who to start, probably Gakpo. If it's who to buy, probably Grealish, just because of the double next week. Right, most of you think I should still start Luke Shaw. I guess that's because Luke Shaw is probably the most highly owned as well. But yeah, I think you're probably right. Right, I'm going to run a captaincy poll. This is the big one. Make sure you vote on this captaincy poll. Spam in the chat, who are you captaining this week? Just so that I know which options to put in. Remember, I've only got 4 options, and one of those options needs to be other. So I've only got 3 potential options. So I can't have everyone, sadly. So I'm only going to do the ones that are that coming up the most. Oh, God, there is such a... God, there's so many different ones this week. Right, I'll go... Isak looks like he'll probably end up being the most popular. Salah is there a lot. Matoma. Few Wilsons in there. Oh, I don't have enough options. I'm going to do like a Salah/Haaland. Few people saying Trippier as well. This is impossible. I'm going to do it like that because they look like the most popular. If anyone, for some reason, is watching this that works for YouTube, could you please just add the ability to have like 6 or 7 options on a poll? It would make my life so much easier. All right, captaincy poll. Isak, Salah, Haaland, Wilson, other comment. Sorry, if you wanted to do Trippier, Matoma, McAllister, anyone like that, then they're not going to be on this list. Because I can only put so many options. You should do a captaincy spin of the Wahil. Should we do the Wahil? Might be time. Let's get the Wahil involved. Oh, that's made me laugh. Yelena, are you still watching? Yelena last week in the live stream asked, Would I rather ride into battle on the back of a camel or a zebra? So this is why there's a camel zebra wheel spinning situation going on. He could do with some advice. No cash in the bank. March to McAllister, Watkins to Wilson. Botman out. Sure on the bench will cost a -4. Thanks, pal. Yeah, I don't mind that, Jay. I think that's nice. If you want to make the switch from Botman to Wilson, that's a decent set of moves. Right. It was an interesting debate, wasn't it? Right, all of the options then. Isaac. Wilson. This is going to be a huge spin because there are so many options. Who do you want on the Wahil? The Disc of Destiny. Who do you want to see? There are so many options this week. I'd be amazed if you don't get a primetime TV show out of this. Yeah, if someone's watching that does TV, get me a show. Put Kane for the bants. Done. A few people want Alvarez on there as well. Let's get Alvarez on. Put Edison in there. Right, I think that's enough. I know a lot of people are saying, like, a lot of people are saying, like, Enciso, Willock, but I just don't feel like they're highly enough owned. Right, I'm going to do it. God, this is going to be a big wheel spin. So if you've not yet tuned into one of my streams before, firstly, subscribe and like the stream. Secondly, it's basically best of 3 or first to 2. So we just need one of these to land twice, and that is who the Wahil says we should captain. Track record for the Wahil is very positive. Oh my God, that's so much louder because there are so many different options. Okay, 1. Can someone keep track of this? 1 for Salah. I'm going to forget otherwise. All right, Callum Wilson. Right, I just need to take a break to do these. KDB to Salah for a -4 this week and buy back for game week 37. I probably wouldn't do that, no. I'd either stick with KDB or stick with Salah. I wouldn't be doing a hokey cokey myself. Play Kepa or Raya. I think it's 50-50. Raya makes more saves. Kepa's got the better fixture. Jesus March to Ferguson and Gakpo/Luis Diaz punt 0.0 in the bank. I wouldn't be selling Jesus personally, but I don't mind it, Grant, if you want to take a few risks. Right, so Wilson and Salah are both on 1. I don't have Wilson, so... Okay. Everyone calm the fuck down. It's fine. It's fine. It's only been spun on once. If the wheel... Shall I captain Edison? Can you imagine? Right, Edison's got 1. That's funny. Well, let's spin 3 spins. Oh my God, that was so nearly Salah again. Oh my God. Chat, can you see that? That is... Okay, so Haaland, Salah, Edison, Wilson. God, that's so loud with all of these different options. Say no more. Say no more. The Wahil has spoken. The Wahil has spoken. There we go. What do we think, chat? The wheel's not rigged. Why does everyone say it's rigged every week? How could I rig it? You just saw me live, put all those options in. I didn't rig anything. I think Edison's the best captaincy shout, personally. Salah is the king. Don't doubt Salah. You're rigged. You're rigged. Don't make me fight you. KDB tomorrow is for a -4. KDB to so unlikely. I don't ask why I can't read today. I'm trying my best. KDB tomorrow for a -4. KDB so unlikely to start today, but maybe better for the run-in. Love your content, man. Thank you. I think Mahrez will get a fair amount of minutes in the Prem, though. KDB to Mahrez for a -4 seems good for this week. But yeah, I don't know. If it was for free, I'd feel better about it. Maybe not Bob. Depends what your bench is looking like, I suppose. Start. Well, I love the name Bob, by the way. What a name. Bob. A wobba bob bob. If you know the reference for a wobba bob bob, let me know. Start Watkins or Grealish. I'd actually start Yeah, I'd probably start Watkins. The reason Watkins is third sub for me is I'm going to sell him this week. But I'd be tempted to start Watkins. I'll launch you into next week. I can't believe you're threatening me publicly like this, Yelena. This is how she talks to me, by the way, chat. Do you think Steele will start? I would predict yes, but I don't know. We could see Sanchez get one and Jason still get one. Hey, a few people know the In-Betweeners. It's from In-Betweeners. Is it Neil? Just says a wobba bob bob when he's red. Don't worry. If you've not seen it, then it wouldn't be funny to you. Isak and Zaha in for Kane and March. Why is everyone selling Kane this week? But I guess to get Isak, it makes sense. Isak and Zaha. I like the Zaha punt, Tyler. Or go without Isak and just do March to McAllister. March to McAllister is probably the sensible move, but have a bit of fun with it. It's the end of the season. Isak and Zaha seems punty and exciting. I like that a lot. Should I downgrade Kane to Isak? Okay. I've had like 3 super chats in a row asking about Kane to Isak. I prefer Isak to Kane, yes, but if there's another way to get Isak, I'd probably slightly like that more. Extra funds are enough to upgrade Rashford/Grealish to Salah, though, and I don't want to sell Bruno. Yeah, I like that, actually. Isak and Salah is better than Kane and one of Rashford and Grealish. Yeah, I would do that. Risky having no Newcastle attackers. I've got Solanke. Solanke could quite easily get an attacking return, so I don't mind it. Is there fun in FPL? That's what the F stands for in FPL, isn't it? Oh my god, Ross is Neil's dad. Right, that's just outrageous, Calvin. You're going to get demoderated. Sorry, Ross, I just joined, so apologies if it's already been covered. Should I do Rashford to Mahrez as a punt or Zinchenko to Shaw? I like Rashford to Mahrez, but if Rashford's back next week, you're going to want him back, probably. So I would probably just not do that. So Zinchenko to Shaw probably sounds slightly better for me. Martinelli or Mahrez for a -4 or play Grealish Shaw. I think you're fine playing Grealish or Shaw, but I do like Mahrez. I think Mahrez is going to do very well this week. If he starts, but I think there's a good chance he does start. Do we have any starting 11 leaks? No, but I'm still hopeful that we will get them. Let me have a quick check on Twitter to see if anyone said anything. I'm going to run a Rashford poll in a second, by the way, because a lot of people are asking about it to see what you're doing. Oh, I've got an itch. I'm not picking my nose, don't worry. Just got here. Are we expecting any Newcastle leaks? God, it's like... Oh, my camera's gone. It's... I answer a question, then immediately the question gets asked. We're just in perfect unison, chat. Start 3 from Shaw, Trent, Mahrez, Dunk, Rashford. I would start Trent, Mahrez, and Shaw. Trent, Mahrez, and Shaw. Thank you, Pickle, for letting me know about my... Pickle, it just sounds like I've just got a cute nickname for you. Thank you, FPL Pickle, for letting me know about my camera. How much rotation for Brighton this week? A little bit. Probably more worried about the Southampton game in game week 37. would be my major concern. Like if we, one second, let me just get this done, and then I'll talk about Brighton rotation. I did early transfers to avoid price changes. March and Rashford both injured since then. I have Fernandes. Do you recommend a -4 to anyone? I like the Arsenal midfielders. I like the Palace midfielders. And then I don't mind Willock if you're not on three Newcastle already. But I think you're probably fine just using your bench. But yeah, if you're looking for one, it's probably Martinelli or Zaha or Eze, I would say. What was I doing? Oh, Brighton's fixtures. So they've got Arsenal Sunday, Newcastle Thursday, Southampton Sunday, Man City Wednesday, and then Aston Villa Sunday. Like, they've got games every 3 to 4 days. This is the one that I would worry most about. These are must-win games against teams that are, I was going to say, in and around them. Newcastle are obviously a little bit ahead. Arsenal are completely out of touch. But these are two massive games. And these are two pretty big games. I feel like this might be the one that we see Matoma or McAllister or Estepinian rested for. So I don't think, famous last words, I don't think we'll see that much rotation this week. I would worry for 37. Is my honest prediction on that. Will Almiron start both games? I don't think so. I think Murphy will start at least one. Murphy and Almiron both play on the right wing. Murphy doesn't tend to play on the left at all. I think the last time he played on the left was like 10 or 11 game weeks ago. So it will probably be Almiron starts one, Murphy starts the other. Neil says, hey Ross, I have... One second, let me get my camera back on. I'm back. Hey Ross, I have 14-15 of the same players as you, Kepa versus Edison, and 2 free transfers with no obvious moves to make. I was going to go from double Newcastle defence to attack, but have called on that move. Any suggestions? Yeah, so I think our options, if you've got a team similar to mine, in your case it's basically the same, it's either move Botman to Wilson, so Watkins to Wilson, Botman to Ben White, or the other option we've got is just do Watkins down to Greenwood, and that offers us money in the bank and 2 free transfers next week to attack game week 37, or if we want to then roll again and just make a simple move, we've then got a bit of money in the bank and 2 free transfers for game week 38. So I feel like because there's not much to do, that's probably my current plan. I am slightly tempted still by the Wilson move, though. Do make sure to vote on the poll, by the way. There is a captaincy poll in the chat at the moment. Make sure to vote on it. Want to get as many votes on that as possible. I haven't heard many captaining Trippier. Yeah, I've seen quite a few people captaining Trippier. Obviously, Isak's going to be more popular. Wilson will be popular as well. Salah and Haaland will be popular. But I feel like Trippier is still a decent shout. I'll be honest, I'm very tempted. If Isak doesn't start, I don't know if to go for Trippier or Salah. It will be Trippier or Salah armband for me if we know that if Isak doesn't start. I guess I need to think about that, to be honest. I would have that in the back of your mind, by the way. If you've got Isak or Wilson as your captain, and we get early team news that Isak or Wilson aren't starting, what's your backup plan? Just make sure that you've got an idea of what you want to do, vice captain wise. Hey Raptor, you don't think Grealish will start? I don't know. Everyone else is predicting, well, not everyone, but about 60-70% of people are predicting Grealish to start. So it looks more likely that he'll start than he doesn't. I think regardless, we're going to see limited minutes. He's not going to get 90 minutes, I don't think. Waiting to do the -4 until I get potential news. Yeah, I think that's smart. I would advise the same. If your moves revolve around Newcastle assets, I would probably wait until 15 minutes before the deadline. Just be prepared for us not getting news, though. Would you do A, Kane to Isak and Bruno? Sensible. B, Kane to Isak and Wilson? More fun, but -4 next week. C, keep Kane, go Rashford to Willock and get Isak. I like B. If Wilson starts versus Leeds. If he doesn't, then I like A. Daniel, to answer your question. Lewis says, Malacia to Shaw -4 and start a Kanji / Estepinian. Malacia to Shaw -4. Yeah, there's a chance Malacia starts, but yeah, I don't mind that. And start Akanji / Estepinian. I would start... I think I would still start Estepinian ahead of Akanji, but I don't mind the Malacia to Shaw move, yeah. Yep, just under 1 hour to go until the deadline. Plenty of time to make your decisions. Why wait with your Bruno transfer? It's a good question. It just gives me a benching headache, to be honest. And more than that, I don't know. Right, so let me show you. So if I just do the Greenwood move this week, what am I doing? This is the wrong. Go away. So let's say I just make the move that was planned, which is Greenwood. It's like that, isn't it? This week, if I get Bruno in this week, I would either have to sell Rashford, who I don't know if he'll be fit for 37, or Grealish. If Rashford isn't fit for 37, then I'll get Bruno in for Rashford next week. If he is, then I'll get Bruno in for Grealish next week. So I don't know at the moment whether it will be Rashford or Grealish that I want to sell to bring Bruno in. Let me just see. Can I afford it in one move? Can I afford next week? Yeah, I can, can't I? I think I can afford it comfortably. Yeah, I'm fine. So next week, it'll either be Grealish to Bruno or Rashford to Bruno, depending on Rashford's injury. That's why I'm keen to wait one more week, just because I don't know which of those two I want to sell. And also, like I said, it does give me a bit of a benching headache this week. If I bring in Bruno for Grealish, I've probably got to bench Luke Shaw, which I don't hate. I am tempted. March replacements. Got McAllister and Arsenal assets. I like Eze, Zaha, Willock. Yeah, that's probably it. There aren't a ton of options. I did have a differentials list, actually. Who was on that from midfielders? Yeah, Ben Rama, actually. Maddison. This is my differentials list that I like for the final 3 game weeks that I did in my game week preview video. Who is the best Liverpool attacker to own after Salah? Probably still Jota, just for the brilliant data and decent minutes, but maybe Gakpo slightly more nailed, but his data's just a bit naff. So, by the way, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Like I said earlier in the stream, there is some big content coming next week. Very exciting. You're not going to want to miss it. And I'm trying to hit 70,000 subscribers before the end of the season. We are currently 722 subscribers away. So if you've not yet subscribed, please do consider doing so. Eze is such a great name. I agree. When he first came to the Prem, I was like, I've got no idea how to say this man's name. Abrechi? Is it Abrechi's first name? Abrechi Eze? Where's Eze's name? Abrechi? Abrechi? I'm probably butchering that. It's a cool name, regardless. Is this big content an interview with Mario Balotelli? It's even bigger than an interview with Mario Balotelli, Marcus. It's even bigger. Fernandez or Matoma in this week? Oh, that's a tough one. This week, probably just about Matoma, but I feel like over the final 3 game weeks, I probably slightly prefer Bruno. You have no idea how to say anyone's name. I agree, Kilvin. I agree, Clavin. Will it be yours and Stormzy's marriage announcement? Yes, we're getting married. Raptors getting engaged next week. Chat, I need to have a girlfriend before I get engaged, for goodness sake. Alvarez or Elise? Alvarez. Trent or Estepinian? Trent for me. Got to be Trent for me. You missed my super chat, did I? Oh, I did. Do I start Grealish or Stones over Rashford? I would go Grealish. What do you think about Trent for Wilson -4? How can you do Trent for Wilson? I have no understanding of what that means. You're so cute, Raptor. You're so cute. Stop it. God. I've got absolutely no filter on live streams anymore. Which Big Ben should I use, me or White? Did you know that Big Ben is not the name of the tower? It's simply the name of the bell that resides inside the tower. Did you know that? I know that now. It's called the Elizabeth Tower. The Big Ben is not the big tower. Big Ben is just the big bell. Sus. Fun fact for you. Sorry, to answer your question, which should I use? Ben, me, or Ben White? I would start Ben White. No, actually. Yes, Ben White. You're a big bell. You're a big bell. Don't call me a big bell. Is KDB playing? We think there's a good chance that KDB doesn't start, sadly. You also know that everyone says cat. Not everyone says cab in this country. Chat, what would you call... Would you call it a cab or a taxi? And let me know where you're from. Say cab or taxi, and then type where you're from afterwards. Just to settle a debate for me, please. But you need to let me know where you're from. You can't, because no one's letting me know where they're from next to it. Thank you. Taxi England, taxi Liverpool, taxi Derby. Okay, do you know what? Cab London, right. Here's the issue. I didn't realise, I'm from London, I didn't realise that cab is not a word that everyone in the UK uses. I thought everyone in the UK used the word cab. Apparently it's a very London thing, and this kind of confirms it. Everyone said taxi. A few people are saying cab in Manchester. Yeah, it's a London thing. Okay, well now I know. Now I know. But I would say cab. I wouldn't say taxi. Taxi sounds really American to me. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent away from FPL. But I think it's interesting. Different dialect in the UK. Different sayings, different colloquialisms. All right, let me get back. Is Mahrez likely to start? Yes, Greek. I think Mahrez is likely to start. Yeah, to be fair, I just get an Uber everywhere now. That is true. To be fair, it is an Uber everywhere. I can't remember the last time I got in an actual cab or taxi. Apparently, a cab in Sweden is a car without a roof. Yeah, I shouldn't say that then. I think I'm going to make my move soon, by the way. My first move, and then I'll just think about if I want to make another move. Potentially. Ross, you are missing my chat. I'm sorry. March to McAllister and Jota to Wilson for a -4. Will you suggest a sell of Jota to bring in a third Newcastle asset for a -4? I like March to McAllister and Jota to Wilson, but I also think you're absolutely fine keeping Jota if you want to. It really depends how well you think Wilson will do in this double. I feel like Jota for the final 3 is a really good asset to own. We say cab here in America. Oh, clearly I'm American. No, I think it's a London thing. I think that's why. You said you were captaining Salah. I did not say that. I've got the vice on him, though. So here's the question. If Isak's benched, who are you captaining? I won't run a poll for this one. Just let me know in the chat. If Isak's benched, if we find out that he's benched 4 Leeds, would you keep the armband on Isak? Would you switch it to Trippier, Salah, Haaland, Matoma? I'm going to look at the chat. Haaland, Salah, Wilson, Salah, Wilson. A lot of people saying Wilson, so I assume that means you've got Wilson and Isak. Trippier, lots saying Trippier. I think I would probably switch it to Trippier. Salah, Trippier. So Salah, Trippier, Wilson. Not that many on Haaland, surprisingly. I suppose that's because we don't know if he's going to start or not. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So I think Wilson will be very, very heavily captained if Isak doesn't start. For what it's worth, I'd be shocked if Isak doesn't start, but we'll see. Right. By the way, captaincy poll. I've just ended it. 63% on Isak. 19% on Wilson. 12% on Salah and Haaland, and most of that is Salah. And then 5% on other. So if you're trying to play defensive, Isak is probably the best captaincy option. If you're trying to go attacking, I would say that Trippier, maybe Wilson, and then like a Matoma or McAllister are probably the most differential captaincy choices for this week. My next poll that I want to ask is, which Newcastle forwards do you own? Right. So I'm running a poll now. Which Newcastle forwards do you own? I've got Isak, Wilson, both, neither. Neither, neither. Either, either. Who knows? Neither, neither, either, either. Ask your community. Let me know which Newcastle forwards do you own. Also, if you're waiting on news, let me know what you plan on doing, I suppose. Typing ASMR. Yelena, you missed it. You missed it. Where have you been? I told everyone the fun fact that you told me, that Big Ben is not in fact the tower, but the bell that resides within said tower. And you weren't here to hear that fact. What do I do if I don't own any? You cry. And you hope that Newcastle don't score any goals. Putting Haaland on the bench, I wouldn't do that, personally. Yeah, make sure you vote on that poll that I've just put. Isak, Wilson, both, neither, either, either. Isak, if both starts, I think. If both start, it makes Isak a poorer option, but I would still captain Isak. The only way that I don't captain Isak is if we get definitive news that he doesn't start. 50 points behind my mini league leader. Who is your favourite punt? I did this. These are my favourite punts. If you're looking for some fun options, I would say Gabriel Jesus and Maddison are probably my favourite too. I do have a bit of a weird soft spot for Maddison in FPL for some reason. Will says, hope you are well, Ross. I have... Will. Hope you're well, Ross. I have Newcastle double defence and triple Brighton mids. Is it worth a -4 to March Solanke to Isak and De Silva or roll? I quite like that. Yeah, I would go for it. Get Solanke up to Isak, especially if Isak starts. You might want to wait for news if Isak starts, but yeah, I like that, Will. If Wilson doesn't start, I tend to do March to Willock and play only 2 Brighton assets, 3 Newcastle. Yep, sounds fine. I think it really does depend on the team news, doesn't it? Why not Erdegaard? Erdegaard's not a differential punt. He's owned by over 10%. Transfer Bruno in for Grealish. You could do. The option's there for me this week as well. Any news from your reliable City source this week? I DM'd him last night. And he said to me, nothing yet, mate. Day off today, so there's no training. So I doubt if I'll know anything before 11. I'll ask in the morning as usual. So the issue is Man City play on the Sunday. So they've probably not even travelled yet to Everton. So I don't think I'm going to get anything, unfortunately. There's a good chance that I get something in game week 38, though. What's the situation in game week 37 for City? In game week 38, because all of the... If you don't know, by the way, in game week 38, all of the games are played at the same time on Sunday. So there's a good chance I get something then. In 37... City play on the Sunday again. Yeah, when City play on the Sunday, it's very unlikely that I get anything, annoyingly. Anything. That's such an Essex thing. I say anything. Anything. So there. Basically, no. I'm unlikely to get anything. I've got to show you that. That is... If you don't follow Randy Shafter on Twitter, by the way, you are missing out greatly. He said, my flow chart for this morning, which shows my plans. What is that loud noise? Is that my computer sounds like it's going to blow up? I'm not going to read it out. I'll get demonetized, but I thought that was quite funny. Ooh. I would say that's going to be my plan, but I'm on camera. When the camera turns off, we all know what happens. Are all the women in Essex called Sharon? There are quite a few, to be fair. Best City defender this week and the rest of the season. I would say a Kanji, maybe. This week, maybe Laporte, because he's got decent goal threat when he plays, but he won't start every one. I would say probably a Kanji. Maybe Diaz. Better to start Alvarez, Estepinian, or Shaw. Probably Alvarez. And Raya or Kepa. Raya and Kepa's a 50-50. I'm just going to give you... My opinion is just about Kepa. But I've obviously got Raya in goal, and I'm fine with it. Start Shaw / Martinelli and a -4 for Alvarez to Wilson. I would start Martinelli and I would not sell Alvarez, no. Shaw or Solanke? I would say probably Solanke. Penalties. Can you suggest a strip strategy? I assume you mean chip strategy. I can suggest a strip. Wow. If you're watching this, which you are, try and verbalize strip strategy, but at a decent speed. That is a strip strategy. I could... Do you know what? Chip strategy. Triple captain and bench boost. I would triple captain in... Where does my bench look better? I know you've obviously got a different team to me. It depends on your team, really. I would probably, if you can get away with selling Rashford this week and you've got a decent bench boost probably looks best this week. And then I would triple captain Fernandes or Haaland in 37. So triple captain this week, triple captain next week, bench boost this week. But it really depends on your team. That's just if I had those chips left. Tongue twister. I did it first go, Ross. It might be because I'm not from Essex. Yeah, it might be the Essex, to be fair. I say to be fair too long, too much. Grealish to Gibbs White. Gibbs White. Gibbs Shite, am I right? Yeah, Gibbs White's fine. His data's never that good, but okay fixtures for Forest over the final few. I don't mind Gibbs White. I think I'll just keep Grealish, though. Stop being fair. To be fair, I say to be fair too much. Why not sell Grealish, or do you think he starts this game week? Or do you think he starts in the double game week? I just think if Rashford's out, I would rather just have Grealish for the double and sell Rashford for Bruno next week. I would be shocked if he doesn't start at least one in the double as well. So I think for now, I want to keep Grealish. Ross, are you happy today? I'm happy. Thank you. Very nice of you to ask. Opinions on Rico Henry to Dan Burn, Botman, Share. Fabian Share all day, every day. What a man. What a man. Like the stream if you think Ross is handsome. I'm just waiting to see if the likes go up at all. I was just imagining the likes just dropping. 3 people like the stream when I said that. 3 people find me handsome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Wilson or Isak? I would say... I still am a bit unsure on this one. Wilson's got the better data. Isak's got the better minutes. If they both start against Leeds, I actually probably slightly prefer Wilson. That's very kind. 200 people just like the stream. Thank you. That's a good one. Marcus, that worked well. We'll do that again in the future. You are handsome and a very good person. Thank you, Zodiac. That's very kind of you. I try my best. Captain Salah or Wilson? If Wilson starts, Wilson. If Wilson doesn't start, Salah. I do really like Salah as the captaincy shout, though. I feel like a lot of people will ignore Salah and Haaland because of the doubles, and potentially rightly so, but I do like Salah. You're not as handsome as me, by the way. I'm not, Marcus, but you are the most beautiful moderator in all of the world. So there we go. Watkins to Alvarez. Yes, I don't mind it. I kind of want Alvarez. Annoyingly, I can't get him, though. Oh. That made me laugh. Should I start Raya this week or De Gea? Raya or De Gea? Raya or De Gea? Raya or De Gea? I think it's actually Raya, by the way. I'm pretty sure I've mispronounced Raya, but I've already gone down that rabbit hole of doing it too many times now. I would start David De Gea. I think Claudette might be upset at that comment, Ross. She might be, to be fair. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Thoughts on Willock? Yep, I like Willock. We've spoken about Willock a few times. Decent data. Decent expected goal involvement. Good goal threat. Decent minutes. I like him. Nothing to dislike. Willock is here. Here. Here's Willock. There. Liam says, sell Rashford for Tony, Watkins for Jesus, Bruno, Isak, Wilson. Again, I don't know what has happened today with people asking questions. I can't work out what you're asking me here. Sell Rashford for Tony, Watkins for Jesus, Bruno. What does that mean? You've just listed loads of names, Liam. I'll look out for your name. Could you ask the question in a slightly more coherent way? I would really appreciate that, because I can't answer that. By the way, which Newcastle forwards do you own? Isak's on 60%, Wilson's on 16%, 9% are on both, 15% are on neither. That is interesting. One in about sort of 7-ish people are not going to have either Wilson nor Isak. Interesting. Is it worth doing Grealish to Martinelli to fund March to McAllister? I don't mind that, yeah. I don't mind that at all. What has happened to Rashford? I don't know. Ten Hag just randomly said he's got an injury in his leg. It was the most vague thing I've ever heard. We don't know if it was muscular, ligament-based, his knee, his ankle, hamstring. He just gave us absolutely nothing. Is it a knock? Is it an impact injury? Who knows? If both Newcastle attackers start, do you change your captain from Isak to Salah? No, I don't think so. Because I think if Wilson starts Leeds, then I wouldn't expect him to start Brighton as well, in which case I would expect Isak to start Brighton as the number 9. So I think the only way that I would not captain Isak is if Isak is rumoured to not start against Leeds. Injury on his leg. I'm pretty sure he said injury in his leg, didn't he? It was such a weird... That's still so funny. It was such a weird kind of quote. By the way, Yelena sent me this yesterday. No context, just this. Little egg with glasses said, essentially, this is me. Here it is. Oh, it is on his leg, yeah. Oh, wait, Twitter. Oh, you're not going to be able to see that. Let me... Can you see that? I don't know. It's too zoomed in. An injury on his leg. What does that mean? He might have like a spot or something. He might have a little bruise. Maybe that's what it is. Injury on his leg. Maybe it's like a dead leg. And by the way, I was out once for... when I played back in the day, like professional football, I was out for 5 weeks once with a dead leg. So dead leg isn't just, my leg hurts. Like, it can damage the muscle below. So, yeah, it could be just like a dead leg. Who knows? Did you leak Yelena's name? No, Yelena's name is common knowledge. She talks about her Instagram all the time, and that's her full name. Did you leak her name? Accurate. Thank you, FPL Pickle. I appreciate you backing me up. Rude. The moderators are just rude on this channel. I might have to... Do you know what? Next season, I might just get rid of all the moderators apart from Marcus and Claudette, actually. And just, like, switch up the moderators, you know? Edison 12 pointer is locked in, captaincy option. I'm tempted to captain Edison, yeah. For sure. Pingu. Hello, Pingu. Says 9.3 million in the bank. I have Haaland, Watkins, and Greenwood. Do you think you should transfer Watkins for Isak, Wilson, Jesus, or other? I would go for one of Isak or Wilson, and I would wait until we get the team news. But if you don't want to wait, or you just want to go for it now, then I would probably just get Isak for minutes. But yeah, I would definitely do Watkins to one of Isak or Wilson. I do like Jesus, but I feel like you can do that next week or in game week 38. Certainly get rid of Yelena. She seems like a pest. Yep, I would agree with that. FPL Pickle is borderline. I'm still working out how I feel there. DJ Hammer. Oh, yeah, no, DJ Hammer, you can stay as a moderator. I appreciate you. Oh, and Zodiac. Yeah, no, you're fine. You two are fine. It's basically FPL Pickle and Yelena. You can just get in the bin. Kane to Isak, is it worth doing? Yes. For a hit, I'm not sure. Potentially still, but for free, yeah, why not? Does that mean you are kicking out the members too? Please no, you are my life. I would never do that, Lukey boy. You're all good. Emily says the moderator rotator. I like it. Emily, you are working your way towards being a moderator as well. Yeah, Calvin, you're getting binned as well. Calvin's getting binned. Should spin the wheel and get rid of one of the mods. Oh my god, I might do that after the deadline. I'm going to spin the wheel with all of the moderators, and one of them is going to get removed. It's like Squid Games, but with the mods. All right, love you, Raptor. Love you too, mate. I timed my return well. Hello, Harris. Moderator Olympics. I'm getting distracted here. How long to the deadline? 29 minutes. Right. I need to speak FPL for another 29 minutes. Tony or Estepinian in the starting lineup? I'd actually be tempted by Tony. Watkins and Kane to Wilson and Isak, or just do one? I like both, Jacob. I like both. Start Raya or De Gea. De Gea for me. I think Man United have a better chance for a clean sheet. You missed my super chat, did I? Chris says, morning, handsome. Good morning, Chris. 3 points behind first in my mini league. That is a tight battle. Only differentials I have are Mahrez. He has Alvarez. He may get Wilson. I have Isak. Would you go different on captaincy? So my opinion of it, if there's less than, we've got 3 weeks left. If there's less than 15 points in your mini league, I wouldn't play defensive or attacking. If there's 15 points between you and first or you and second, I would just play for the most points. If you are more than 50, let's say you're 20 or 30 points behind, yes, you need to take a risk. And let's say you're 20 or 30 points in the lead, then yes, you can play defensive. But when it's only like 10 to 15 points, or in your case, 3 points, it's too close to start playing defensive or attacking. So I would just go for what you think is going to get you the most points, Chris. So no, I wouldn't go different on captain. I wouldn't transfer in players because they do or don't own them. Hip hop rip rap. Nice to see you. Start Shaw Estepinian. I love you. I love you too. So much love today. I would start. Now that we think Luke Shaw might play at left back, I think I would actually start Luke Shaw, you know. So yeah, probably Luke Shaw. All hail the mighty handsome egg. Why is everyone being so kind? What's happened? 2 free transfers done. Tony to Wilson going to roll the other Captain Isak. Tony to Wilson going to roll the other Captain Isak. Come on the Villa. Lots of love, everyone. I like those moves. I do have a slight soft spot for Aston Villa for reasons that I cannot explain, but I do like Villa. So yeah, do you know what? Good luck, Aston Villa. And hopefully they beat Spurs. I'm always happy arguing against Spurs. My CV states that I'm a moderator for you. Probably the reason why I'm not getting jobs. That's the only reason that you would get a job, Marcus. Don't lie. What strategy do you have for FPL Folk on FPL Harry? Are you planning to beat each other? Oh, not particularly. I'm just planning to try and get the best rank I possibly can. I hope that Harry and Oscar do well. They're very, very good friends, so I hope they continue to smash it. What made you decide to have 5 defenders this week? I had 4, Trent, Botman, Estepinian, Trippier. It's just whether I start Grealish ahead of Estepinian or Shaw, I suppose. Hi, Raptor. Good morning from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Dave. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Daddy Raptor. Hello, TTK. I think I've got everything there. Right. We have got 25 minutes till the deadline. If we're going to get early team news, it will probably be in about 10 minutes. Unfortunately, I've not seen anything from anyone. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking if there's any early team news. Or anyone that's saying they might get early team news. Right, so one of the potential places that we might get team news from doesn't look very likely. Let me see. Yeah, it's not looking good. Heisenberg said he might get team news at 10:50. I'll be completely honest. I love Wes Heisenberg. He's great, but I think he's doing that to try and gain followers and gain interaction. He said he's not the team news, but saying that he might still get it. It doesn't look good. So I'm gonna say no, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on it for sure. Bench one of Trent, Bruno, Alvarez, or Estepinian. I would bench. Do you know what? I would probably bench Estepinian out of those four. I'd probably start Trent, Bruno, and Alvarez. Eminem, Biggie, or Tupac? Love you, Raptor. That's a horrible question. Eminem, Biggie, or Tupac? I would go Eminem just. I'm nervous. I'm nervous too. Don't you worry. Despite my cool and calm demeanor. That's funny because I'm not cool or calm. I'm very nervous. To be fair, I think Isak will start, so I'm just going to run with that. We've been so nasty to him now. He now takes handsome egg as a compliment. That's true, isn't it? God, you've just been gaslighting me. It's like Stockholm syndrome, but with you own me, chat. Should I sell Watkins or Tony for Isak/Wilson? Should I sell Watkins or Tony? I would sell Watkins. Yeah, I'd probably sell Watkins. Zayab says, play one of Rashford, Shaw, Estepinian. Play one. I wouldn't play Rashford. I'd probably play Shaw, Estepinian. Andy is saying that Isak's benched. Is that Andy Martin? But Andy Martin doesn't get early team news. Andy Martin's never got early team news. He's just a wind-up. That's it. I love Andy for what it's worth, but I'm just saying he's not got early team news. I can only start one from Trent/Estepinian/Burn. Who would you go for? I would start Trent from those options, Greek. This is what everyone's going on about, by the way. Andy Martin's great to follow, by the way, but he's not got early team news. He's just doing that. Again, these are just things for interactions. Look at all the interactions you get when you. If I was to tweet now, like who owns Wilson with like the eyes emoji, you'd get loads of followers, you get loads of likes. That's why people do it. Right, let's go back. I'll let you know if I see anything, though, of course. Trippier captain. If we get news that Isak's benched, I would captain Trippier, probably. I'd still be tempted by Salah, though. You'd lose the tiny amount of credibility that you have, though. That is true. I do have a slither of credibility that I probably don't want to lose. Why 5 defenders, Ross? I feel like people focus too much on the defenders, like the fact that there are 5 defenders, and just focus on the players. I'm obviously not going to bench Trent. I'm not going to really bench my double Newcastle defence. I think Estepinian and Shaw are fine. The only thing I could do is start Grealish ahead of Estepinian, which is still a possibility. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, God. I was going to do something. Oh, yeah, I want to run a poll. Do you think I should start Grealish ahead of Estepinian? You'd still have the Riz, though. FPL Raptor, the Wizard of Oz. The Wizards of Waverley Place. What am I doing? Who... I thought you were talking about yourself being cute. No, I got... Look how... It's Ralph. Look at that face. What a cute dog. What's a cute dog? Estepinian, Arsenal, Newcastle, Grealish, Everton. Who would you... This poll is who would I start? Who should I start? Maybe I should ask the Wahil quickly. Has that dog got eyes? Yes, he's got eyes. He's one sec. Wait for it. You can't really see his eye in that one either, but he does have eyes. Oh god, the green is weird. It's not even my dog. I don't know why I'm showing you pictures. You know, like when you've got a dog, you're like, look how cute my dog is. ADS says, do you think Rashford to Mahrez and Watkins to a Newcastle forward are a good use of my 2 free transfers? Rashford to Mahrez, I like, and Watkins to a Newcastle forward. Yeah, I like those both a lot. I like that a lot. Some rumours hearing that both Isak and Wilson are starting. I don't really... This isn't an insult at you. I don't really care for rumours. I want definitive news. Otherwise, I probably won't share it. Start Grealish or Fernandes? Definitely Fernandes for me. Definitely Fernandes for me. Right. It's got to be done quickly. Where am I doing this? I'm just going to... This is just for me who to start. Estupinian. Grealish. Shaw. I'll put Rashford on here as well. Wait, no, because no, actually, I'll leave it like that. Estupinian, Grealish, or Shaw? Okay, sure. That's fine. I need to start 2 of these, by the way. I should have done who to bench, but I've done who to start now. You can't change the question once you've asked it. So Shaw's definitely starting. So I then need to start 1 of Grealish and Estepinian. First of 2. When will the team news be out? If we get team news, it will be in about 6 minutes. If we get team news. But I don't know if we definitely will get team news. Oh, God, this is tight. That's what she said. Sorry, that's outrageous. This is this is tight. Estepinian, Grealish. 1 more spin and then I'm done. Just need to know who to start. The Wahil never let me down before. Okay, there we have it. It's as it is. I'm sorry. I thought I mumbled that. I didn't think anyone was going to hear my that's what she said. Cover your ears, FPL Pickle. Don't you worry. Right. Thoughts on Mitrovic? Yeah, I like Mitrovic. I think it's a good option. He was on my differentials list, actually. Where is my differentials list? Here it is. Mitrovic is on there. Decent data. On penalties. Good fixtures. Don't mind it. What's the wheel called? I just type in wheel of options and it came up. What is this for if anyone wants to spin the wheel themselves? Here you go. I'll get the... If you want to spin your own wheel... I don't know if this is a legit site, by the way. If they steal your data, it's not my fault. It's just a free site. The wheel is called Stuart. Is he? Breaking. Newcastle cancelled the fixture and is heading to Nando's for a quarter chicken and chips with a lemon and herb seasoning. You've heard it here first from Andrew. You've heard it first. I'd quite like a Nando's. Rossi Ross. 1 of Pillock, Jolington or Matoma. Rossi Ross. I like Willock. Matoma, Willock, Jolington in that order. Wilsilent. Wilsilent. I think I should just call it Wahilson. Chat. Say hello to Vincent. Say hello to Vincent the Black Cactus. No, that's for after the stream. If you want to see more from Wilson, from Vincent the Black Cactus, then tune in after the stream, after the deadline. I mean, play Estepinian or Shaw. I actually think I slightly prefer Luke Shaw. You know, if Wilson and Isak start, who would you captain? Probably Callum Wilson. Start Estepinian or Shaw. Looking forward to an FPL break. Like I said, I think I just about prefer Shaw to Estepinian at the moment. I think there's a high chance for a clean sheet, and he might be starting a left back. If you want to see Raptor Ross get his cactus out, then stick around. Yep. Right, let me check Twitter again, see if we've got anything else. Can't see anything yet. Nah, chat, it's not looking particularly positive, but I still think there's a chance we get something in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, it's looking like we're probably not going to get early team news. So what I would suggest is just set up your team in a way that you're happy with. I'm going to make my transfer now because I don't think even if Wilson starts, I don't think I'm going to go for him just because I don't think it's a good use of my transfers. God, this is so boring. Here we are. There you go. There's my transfer done. I know, riveting. I can't keep my eyes off this exciting content. That's my move. I'm going to roll the second free transfer. I just need to take a screenshot of my team, then I'll get back to answering your super chats. Start Estepinian or Burn. I would start Burn for the clean sheet potential myself. I'm still wondering whether I should start Grealish ahead of Estepinian, but maybe not. Right, I've got that screenshot. Aiden says, Willock and Welbeck to Enciso or Wilson, McAllister 10 and Garnacho for a -4. I think I prefer Wilson McAllister. Wilson McAllister, Aiden. Trying to catch a mate in my mini league, and our teams are quite similar. Should I play KDB or Shaw? Worried about benching, but KDB could haul. I think there's a very decent chance that KDB gets benched, so I would potentially be playing Luke Shaw. Yeah, which is annoying again because KDB when he plays is great. Start Mahrez or Shaw, March or Pinnock out. I would start Mahrez ahead of Luke Shaw. Who would you choose, Bruno or Salah? I prefer... Oh, that's a tough one. I prefer Salah still. But I like both. I'm going to try and get Bruno myself next week. By the way, if you're one of the 6,200 people watching right now, hopefully we get early team news, so do stick around for the next 10 minutes, but also make sure to subscribe as well. There is some massive content coming on my channel next week. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure to subscribe to see that. And we're trying to hit 70,000 subscribers. So if all of you subscribed that are watching now, I would hit that immediately. So do it. Gakpo or KDB? Probably Gakpo just for security of starts. Although Gakpo, I suppose, is a slight risk, but I think he'll start. He probably won't now. Who would you start? Grealish, Akanji, or Jesus? I'd probably start Gabriel Jesus, to be honest. Why do you think De Bruyne won't start? Just a lot of the people that predict Man City lineups are predicting that De Bruyne won't start. I don't know. I've got no idea. A lot of them are predicting Alvarez to start. Start 2, Shaw, Rashford, Estepinian, Elise. I would start Shaw and... Shaw and Elise, maybe. Yeah, Shaw and Elise. Start Shaw or Watkins if I already have De Gea. Yeah, maybe mix it up. Go Ollie Watkins then. Ollie Watkins against Tottenham is not a bad option at all. I know I've just sold him, but that's to set me up for next week. It's not necessarily because I think Watkins is a bad option. Captain Willock for the guaranteed minutes. I don't mind Captain Willock, but he's not got that much goal threat. But if he scores potential bonus points, you could be looking just with one attacking return at like 12 points in this double, which isn't terrible. Bench Alvarez or Willock. I wouldn't bench either, but if I had to choose, I'd bench Alvarez, but I wouldn't enjoy that at all. I would find a way to start Alvarez. Is Wilson starting? I haven't seen anything yet. Who is the best 4.5 million-ish defender for the rest of the season? I would say probably a Crystal Palace defender. Any of them. Take your pick. Mitchell, Gahey, Anderson. Probably Mitchell for security of starts. Okay, Team News and Ticks has said, let me get you over here. I don't think we're going to get anything annoyingly because he would be the main one. Annoyingly. Not looking good then. This is what I'm saying. Like we don't really have a Newcastle source because we're not usually looking for Newcastle news. No one's ever bothered building like Newcastle sources. So at the moment, it's not looking good. I'll let you know though if I see anything over the next kind of 5 minutes or so. Get your teams locked in though, just in case we don't get anything. I probably wouldn't wait any longer. I would probably just make your moves now. But again, we'll see. We might get something in the next few minutes. But if it was me, I would just commit and just do what you were planning. If you're asking my prediction, this is a prediction. Do not make moves based on this. But if you're asking for my prediction, I think Isak and Wilson both start against Leeds. And then I think only Isak starts against Brighton. Is my prediction. So I think the front three against Leeds will be Isak, Wilson, Almiron. And I think the front three against Brighton will be St. Maximan, Isak, Murphy. So I think Wilson will get one start and I think Isak will get two. But that is just a prediction. I have no idea if that will be the case. And like I said, I think Murphy and Almiron will both get 1 minute, one game. And I think... So I don't think either Murphy nor Almiron... Why are you talking to me right now? That was my Alexa. I don't want to set her off again. Almiron and Murphy will start one. Isak will start both. Wilson will start one. That's my prediction. Joelinton won't play either on the left wing. Joelinton will play at left centre mid. Right centre mid, sorry. Willock will play at left centre mid. That's about all I can do to help you, unfortunately, at the moment without having the team news. 2 free transfers. Estepinian and Jota to Trent and Wilson. Estepinian and Jota to Trent and Wilson. Yep, sounds good. I mean, I wouldn't sell probably either, but I like getting Trent and Wilson in. I only have McAllister and Estepinian from Brighton chasing rank currently. Yeah, I don't hate it. I think Trent and Wilson are fantastic. I'm just not sure about Estepinian and Jota being sold. But I don't really like Estepinian's double. Jota's a bit of a minute's risk. So yeah, go for it, Cash. I like Trent and Wilson. Would you bring in Joelinton for Rashford, Greenwood to Enciso, or something else? I prefer Willock to Joelinton myself. Greenwood to Enciso sounds nice. Yep, I think Enciso's a good attacking option. You should hopefully get enough minutes across the next 2 doubles. Let me look again. Yeah, so the other source that we might have potentially had has just said that it's looking very unlikely as well. Right, I don't think we're getting team news. Make your moves now, chat. There's no other sources that I know of that would get us. The 3 sources that I potentially thought might get us team news have all said they're not getting anything. So I would just make your moves now based on the assumption of whatever you think is going to be the starting 11. Is it worth keeping Rashford or using a free transfer? I would keep him for now and then maybe move him on next week with your free transfer if he is out. Yep, I think Murphy's only going to get 1 game, is my prediction, just because Almiron plays on the right as well. So I don't think Almiron will be benched for both games. FPL Pickle says the Estepinian versus Shaw situation is boggling my brain. Chat, would you start Estepinian or Shaw? Estepinian or Shaw? Spam in the chat, either Estepinian or Shaw. I don't know. I've thought Estepinian all week, but I'm starting to think Shaw's probably the one. Most people are saying, oh, I don't know. Let me go a really quick poll. Who would you start? Right, there you go. Quick flash poll. Who would you start, Estepinian or Shaw? Make sure you vote on that poll. And if you've got the decision yourself, you can keep your eyes on that poll as well over the next couple of minutes. Oh, it's going to be a 50-50 poll. It looks quite close. Estepinian's just about winning at the moment on 60%. I really want to captain Salah. If you want to captain Salah, captain Salah. Clubby says, I have the same starting 11, but I captained DA. Who's DA? I don't even know who DA is. But I assume you captain someone else, you're saying. Are you starting Grealish? No, Grealish is going to stay on the bench for me. I've got a bad feeling that Grealish is going to haul on my bench, but we'll see. You've got less than 2 minutes until the deadline. Make sure you lock in your teams. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Why have you not done that already? I'm talking to you. Make sure you do it. I'll keep my eyes on your poll, Ross. That's saucy. Captain Matoma, I don't mind it. Just the fixtures aren't quite there, but I don't hate it. Stones or Dallo, I would start Dallo and hope that he starts. Raya or De Gea, I would start De Gea. Start Martial or Luke Shaw. I'd probably start Luke Shaw. Akanji or Grealish, probably Grealish. Is Mahrez going to start? Yes, I think Mahrez will start, is my prediction. Eze or Grealish. This week, probably Eze. Over the final few, probably Grealish. Hi, Ross. Would you start Tony or Grealish? I would probably start Tony, just. Do you think we should start Ederson? Ederson's got a good chance for a clean sheet, but he just doesn't make many saves, so that's why I'm backing Raya myself. Less than a minute till the deadline. Get your teams locked in. Don't ask questions now. Get rid of the questions. Just get your team locked. Okay, I think I'm happy with it. Grealish or Akanji? Grealish. Raya or Kepa? I would probably start. I would start Kepa, but I think it's a 50-50. Is Trippier a good captaincy option? Yep, I love Trippier as a captaincy option. No, there's no Newcastle team news, really annoyingly, sadly. But lock those teams in, because by the time you hear my voice, that is probably 11 p.m. swinging around. 11 p.m.? 11 a.m. There we are. That's it. We are done. Will you have 2 free transfers next week? I will, because I only used one of my free transfers this week. I need to tweet my team out, as always. Game week 36. God, I only got 2 more live streams after this, chat. 2 more deadline streams. By the way, don't leave. Why are you leaving? Why are people leaving? Don't leave. We're going to carry on streaming. We carry on streaming for about another 45 minutes to an hour after the deadline. So if you're enjoying the stream, just don't leave. Don't be that person. Game week 36 team. Lock. I kept Estepinian in. I think I'll regret it. At least you get 2 games. So even if he does poorly against Arsenal, you've still got another bite of the cherry against thingy. Don't know, words. Got to go to the pub. Thanks for the stream, Eggy. You're welcome, Shazam. Watkins to Greenwood. Rolled the second free transfer. God, that was such a boring transfer. Why did you guys let me do such a boring transfer? Isaac Cap. 8K rank. Game week 36. What are your thoughts on Belfast? I've not been to Belfast myself. Get your cactus out, lad. Yeah, I'm going to get my cactus out. 2 seconds. Game week 36 team. Isaac captain. 8K. Watkins to Greenwood. Roll the second free transfer. Cool. Got to keep the socials up. You know what I mean? Chat. Also, I'm very close to 100,000 followers on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, can you go follow me? I'd like to hit 100,000 before the end of the season. I'm on 98,004. I only need 1,600 followers. So if you've got a Twitter account and you're not yet following me, could you firstly go and like this tweet? And then secondly, could you just follow me, please? I'd love that. There you go. Why is that not pinned? Let me refresh my page. There you go. All good. You look very pretty. Thank you, Calvin. Beautiful. You, not so much the team. I'll take it. I'm so sick and tired of bots on everything I tweet. It does my nut in. Cactus. FPL Pickle just says no. Don't make me shout you out after you didn't want that. All right, are you ready, chat? Say hello to Vincent. This is Vincent, my black... I was going to say black pickle. He's not a pickle, he's a cactus. Vincent the black cactus. If you're wondering why he's black, I'll show you as I always do. It's because he's green, and he blends in with a green screen, which for some reason turns him black. Say hello to him. he looks like he's seen some things. He's had a tough FPL season. Look at him. He's seen some things. Those eyes tell me... Whew. Pickles on the brain. When don't I have pickles on the brain? Oh, I would just... I would like a big burger with bacon, cheese, pickles. Oh my God, I want pickles in my mouth. Chat, you can't tell me you just don't get that feeling sometimes. You just want a big pickle in your mouth. Chat, you can't tell me that you don't sometimes feel that way. Looks like the Kermit... It does, doesn't it? Have you seen the Kermit when he's on Omegle and he's just like... his little pickle pops up. Yeah, I just really want a big pickle in my mouth. Right, no one clip that. No. This is... You know, like, you don't screenshot stuff from DMs. You don't clip stuff from the live streams. What happens in the live stream stays in the live stream. I said what I said. FPL Suster. You're sus. He does look a bit like salad fingers, doesn't he? I did think that. The eyes look very salad fingersy. Salad fing... What was I doing on my phone? Oh, Pickle, you sent me your team, didn't you? Let me have a look. I like it. I'm very jealous of Mahrez. Yeah, good team. Good team. I hope Luke Shaw hauls, though. I'm sorry to say. All right, what did I miss? Clipton posted. Outrageous. Which moderator is in for the chop then? Yes. Yes. Let me do that in a second. Someone's just DM'd me saying both Wilson and Isak start. But I don't know because they've never given me news before. Let's see. Do you watch horror movies, Raptor? I do. I went to watch Evil Dead Rise in the cinema. Let me show you. Went to watch the premiere. There was this gal. She was great. It was like the screening for the event. You can't see my bald head's just shining. Yeah, I like horrors. I wouldn't say my go-to films are horrors, but I don't mind them. Was it a date? I went with my mum, actually, because it was her birthday. My mum loves horrors. It was her birthday, and I feel like I haven't taken my mum to many events, so I took my mum to see that film. Wow, you're living the life. I am living the life, aren't I? You wait until you see what's happening next week. Jesus Christ, you're going to think I'm living the life then. Wild content coming your way. Wild. What am I being sent now? Right. This is to see which moderator's going to get the chop. All right. What's happening now? Stop texting while streaming. How about you stop texting me whilst I'm streaming, and then I'll stop texting when I'm streaming? Rude. What am I doing? Right. Let me carry on. Claudette. Marcus. This is, we're basically doing like Squid Game / Hunger. Are you messaging me again? What have you messaged me now? How about you? I've got to show you this. She's not going to be happy with me showing you this. Can you see that? Look how rude she is to me, chat. Did you see that? So bad. Do you know what? I might just remove Yelena. I'm going to lie. I feel like she's just helping this. Who else is there? If it's Claudette, I'm unsubscribing. What other moderators do we have in here? Because I've got like 25 moderators, but I just want to do... Oh, is Gabe in there? Yeah. Calvin as well. Calvin. Who else is in here? We'll put DJ Hammer in. I don't know if he's still here or not. Is that it? The passive-aggressive kiss at the end. She loves a passive-aggressive kiss. Are you a moderator, Ross? Yes, technically I am. Right. Which moderator do we remove from the channel as a moderator? It's gonna be best of 3, okay? So Calvin's got 1. Sorry, Calvin. Sorry, Calvin. You win some, you lose some. All right. Okay. This is scary stuff. This genuinely feels a bit like Squid Game or Hunger Game or something. It's very dystopian. Is this a democracy? Nah, it's not a democracy. I'm in charge. Okay. Listen. If the will wants me to remove myself from my channel, I'll do it. Okay? Don't you worry. I listen to the will. This is slightly worrying though. How do I remove myself as a moderator? I can't remove Frosty. I feel like, listen, Frosty, he's not even here to defend himself. Do you know what? I'm going to remove Frosty as an option because he's not here to defend himself. And also I love Frosty. So it's not going to happen. We're going to go get him. Frosty can't be removed. Oh, DJ Hammer. Oh, my friend. That's not good news for you. It's not rigged. What are the privileges for being a moderator? Basically nothing. Nothing. I see your name, so it makes it a lot easier to reply and stuff. That actually sounds like it's going to blow up my computer. Right, this is more like it. FPL Pickle. Some moderators that I wouldn't actually mind removing. Right, you're on the chopping block now. That's a good pun in there about a pickle being on the chopping block. You know, there's something there. You know, I'm just going to spin again. Oh my god, this isn't gonna... It's not going well, is it? No one's getting spun on twice. This is tense, though. I've got a feeling this is going to land on FPL Pickle. Sorry. Right. Sorry. I'm so sorry. FPL Pickle's got to go. It's been nice knowing you. It was really nice having you on the channel. But the will loves Yelena. Why does the will... Let me spin it again. And Claudette and Marcus. Yelena, Claudette, and Marcus didn't get a single spin. Oh, there we go. Now it spins on her. Could have spun on her earlier, couldn't it? Right. Sorry, FPL Pickle. It's been nice knowing you. Rigged? It's not rigged. Sorry, FPL Pickle. Bye. Make me a moderator instead of Pickle. Maybe Rami. Maybe soon. We will genuinely we will miss you, Pickle. I'm nothing but nice to you. I have several instances to show otherwise, but you know. Pickle off the mod and in Ross's mouth. I would quite like a pickle in my mouth. Not FPL Pickle in my mouth, but I would... Whoa, sus. I would quite like a pickle in my mouth. Quite a big one as well. You know, like a big pickle, like a big crunchy pickle in my... What's going on here? Right. I thought you loved pickles. I do love pickles. So, right, anyway. AO, sus. Well, let's move on. Does anyone have any questions they want me to answer? Stop screaming pickles. Pickles. Wait, let me remove this. It'll be a more plosive P. Pickles. This actually works so well. You realise when I take this off, that was probably so loud, me doing that. I'm so sorry. Notice how I'm still here. Can't wait to overthrow this dictatorship with FPL Pickle. You two probably could. I feel like the chat like you more than they like me. Any dating updates? There is potentially something there. There is... I can't give you too much information, but we'll see. We will see. I've been working my Riz. My Riz is in full flow. We'll see what happens. Me, Pickle, and Yelena, Viva la Revolution. No, you're not involved in this, Calvin. Get in the bin. Is it bingo yet, by the way? Can all the moderators be bridesmaids? I would... Yes. Do you know what? Any moderator on my live stream by the time I get married can come to the wedding. 0 Riz. Outrageous. Actually, I've got a message from you saying how much Riz I have yesterday. So don't make me show that. I triple captained Isaac. Was that a good idea? But probably not. No. Ross has that pickle Riz. That pickle Riz. I do have that pickle Riz, don't I? Where's Calvin's bingo? We'll get it up. What have we got here today? I said I thought it would be the second row, but I've not been on Fantasy Football Hub. I said say hello to Vincent. I haven't been asked to take my top off much today. I haven't done that three. Yeah, maybe not them. Maybe the second row's not the one. No, I don't think we've got one. That's upsetting. Or the other hub. I'll be dead then by then, considering I'm almost 60. You are very old, Jelena, yeah. Only if there's a free bar. There'll be a free bar for sure. I'm there. You'll make a lovely groom. Thank you, Claudette. Claudette's just the best, isn't she? Wilson and Isaac start. How do we know this? Someone's just DM'd me that Wilson... Yeah, okay. Wilson and Isaac start. Cool. We've got that. Let me show you. The prediction was correct then. That's what I predicted. I did predict that. You were there until you disappeared for 2 weeks, Marcus. Yeah, Marcus should be on the card. There should be something about pickles on the card, I agree. Calvin will update it as and when. Look at this DM that I just received, by the way. So, to answer that, how many rocky roads? How big is a rocky road? It's probably like this big. This is really big, by the way, chat. Like, this is huge. Okay? This is massive. But how big is a rocky road? Like, do you think it's massive like this? What do you think? I don't even... I can't honestly say that I've had a rocky road for a while, so I don't know how big a rocky road is. Harry, you've joined at a fantastic time, as always. Say hello to Black Vincent. Black Cactus Vincent. He goes green when you go really zoomed in. Yes, that's huge. This is huge. Oh, touch. What a result. That's enormous. Like this. That's above average. Wow, that is so massive. Harry's confirmed that that is massive. Nice. Will you be watching the KSI fight tonight? No, probably not. I'm in London on tomorrow morning, and I've got loads to do before I go to London. So I'm probably going to be very busy tonight. Raptor is the best, boosting the morale, saying it's huge. We discussed this last week, chat. So that's huge. It is huge. Nice. Trust me from experience that that is too big. Do you think this is why I'm struggling to find someone? Because it's just too big. Obviously, I'm talking about my rocky road. Not anything else. Not anything sus. Hi, Ross. Love the stream as always. Thank you, Jolly Pop. Myself and Vincent appreciate you. I see I've joined the chat past the deadline. Yes, there is no FPL chat anymore. If you are here for FPL chat, you're in the wrong place. I feel like I need something better to put on the screen when we're at this part of the live stream. Sophie has said that is hugely disappointing. Sophie, don't shame me like that. Why are you stroking him? Stroking what? Hey. Yeah, no, I like to stroke Vincent. Can we get Vincent to say something? Yeah, all you have to do basically is you talk to Vincent, and then when you stop talking, he repeats you. That's Vincent. Okay, I forgot that you're going to do that. Post-deadline is like Raptor gone wild. Post-deadline is just my actual behavior. This is what I'm like in real life, but I have to just suppress that for 2 hours on the deadline stream. It's weird how you stroke your cactus. I stroke my cactus every day. Told you before, team, it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Exactly. Let me tell you, the motion's wild. The person who lived next to me in University Halls had a similar device to Vincent. Post FPL chat has gone sus. You're sus. Teach Vincent your Riz. Listen here, Vincent. Vincent doesn't need my help. Look at him, little Riz master. Tell me you wouldn't date that. How many points do you think your team will score this week? I will score 64 points this week. Ross, can you Riz up Vincent? This is my Riz face. Why does Pickle still have a wrench next to her name? It's a good question. It's a good question. I felt guilty just binning her off. Ask Vincent, did he captain Isaac or Wilson? Who do you think he captained? He captained Willock. Look at him. He's a Willock captainer. He's wild. How is your OnlyFans going? It's going well, thank you. OnlyFans.com/FPLRaptor. By the way, if anyone actually types that in, you are super sus. Super sus. The wrench means that that person is a spanner. Yep. Does Nana Raptor watch this part of the stream? Yeah. Yeah, she does. Which I forget sometimes. It's when someone DMs me and says, I've been watching your stream with my kid. And I'm like, wow, I should really behave myself more. Why is there no more F1 talk? There is a little bit. I've not been as up to date with it. And also, like, not that many people watch it. Like, I want this part of the stream to be, like, for anyone. And if I keep talking about a sport that not that many people watch, it kind of drives people away. Get Nana Raptor on the Game Week 38 deadline stream. I don't live anywhere near Nana Raptor. That's the issue. I live in Nottingham and she lives down south. So, yeah, you can see Nana Raptor. Do I have any recent pictures? I don't think I've got any recent pictures, but hang on a second. There's a picture on my Instagram. Go follow the Instagram, by the way. There's a picture of... there's me and Nana Raptor. Oh, wait, the camera's lagging. I'll show you in 2 seconds. My camera's decided to die. I'll show you once the camera's back. My Premier League top 4. I think it will be as is. I've heard it enough times, I have to ask, what does sus mean? It's like suspect, like, I think, right? Like suspicious, like sus. Like that's sus. Sus is used as a synonym of suspicious or suspect. You've been acting pretty sus. It's like a slang word for suspicious. So like if I sit here and say that I'm going to stroke my cactus, that's pretty sus. You know? Oh my God, that was my back. If you heard that click, that was my back. Oh my goodness, I'm broken. Get a new camera with your big YouTube money. Who says I get big YouTube money? If you don't know what sus is, you're being sus. That's true. I don't deny that. Is my camera going to work just with one reset? Oh, it is. That was wild. Normally takes 2. There's me and Nana Raptor. There. This was a while ago, to be fair. hence why I look really skinny, no muscle. She's a babe. Look at her. I love her. If you're watching this, Nanoraptor, I love you very much. I do have other pictures, but I don't know how I would track them down, to be honest. Going to Amsterdam is sus. It's rude. Is that Yelena? No, Yelena looks a little bit older than that. I can't get on the fantasy part what's happening. The site, every deadline for about 45 minutes, they process all of the changes and you can't get on. So you'll have to wait until about 11:45, 12. An FPL legend and Ross. I respect it. Who do you think will win the title? It's got to be City for me. I don't think City will slip up now, personally. I was going to show you something. Can't remember. Hello, Rossi lad, watching all the way from Pakistan. Big up to Pakistan. One of my best friends from school was half Pakistani and half Greek. So his dad used to cook some amazing Pakistani like curries. Oof. If you've not, by the way, some Indian restaurants have like some Pakistani themed dishes, but if you've not eaten like Pakistani food, it is similar in some ways to like Indian takeaway, but it's just, I don't know, the flavors are just unbelievable. So do check them out if you've not, because wow, that food is good. Who's your favorite UFC fighter? I don't really watch fighting. This is going to sound really nerdy. I don't see the massive appeal in watching two people smash each other in the face, especially as I've got a bit of a background in neuroscience, so I kind of understand what happens to someone's brain when it gets hit. I'm not a massive fan of fighting for that reason. You're just repeatedly smashing each other in the face. It's just causing such terrible brain damage constantly, so... How about smashing somewhere else? I could smash somewhere or something else. I was stuck in Pakistan for 2 days once. The watch I won in a comic competition broke because of the heat there. Also, the toilet in our hotel kept flushing on its own. Oh dear. I've not been myself, but I just know that the food's great. That's all I know. For someone that beat their cactus a lot, nice take. Yeah, I do beat my cactus, but not that kind of... What about two girls fighting? That's even worse. I don't want to see anyone fight. As you can probably tell from my streams, I'm a lover, not a fighter. If anyone wants to fight me, I'd simply smile at them and then run. Not joking. There's just no need to fight most of the time. Like, there's no need. Just don't do it. Stop it. Naughty. Ross, are you working out today? I am. I've actually got a very rare arm workout today. I don't normally do a dedicated arm day, but I'm doing an arm day today. I'd fight you. Right, that's it. I'm fighting FPL Harry. He's just offered me out in the chat. Harry, I'm going to make you a moderator. Is this actually the Harry? Let me first make sure it's the Harry before I do this. It is the Harry. Harry, I'm going to make you a moderator, just so I can see you more clearly. There you go. What about a cuddle fight? I'd love a cuddle fight. I wouldn't like a tickle fight. I'm very ticklish. Ooh, I'm very ticklish. Who's winning the UCL, Madrid or City? It's probably going to be Madrid. Madrid just find a way. But no, I think City will win at the Etihad. I'm going to go City, which I don't obviously want, but there we are. Arm day or hand day? Arm day. I've been working so hard on my forearm muscles. You wouldn't believe, chat. Let me show you a little pump that I had the other day. It's a muscle that is very underrated and difficult to work on. Did I take a picture? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Oh my God, my ring light. You can kind of see the forearm. Because I've got really skinny wrists, my forearms looks... Because you can't work out this is never going to get any bigger. So I've been working out this part, this chunky bit here. Ross about to show us the pump he had. That was right. That I've just realised how sus that looks. That pump was from the gym. That I was at the gym doing curls. Listen, you're so sus. Check lineups. Oh yeah. We know the lineup, don't we? But we can check. I mean, chat, what did I say at 10:45? I said a front three of Wilson, Isak, Almiron, Joelinton right centre mid, Willock left centre mid. I called the team. There you go. You're welcome. I'm actually quite proud of that. I had a feeling that he was going to start Almiron ahead of Murphy, and I had a feeling he'd start Isak and Wilson together. So there we go. As expected. Skreza, is that you pronounce your name? Has become a Rap Tier 2 member. Thank you very much, my man. I appreciate all your help with the channel and stuff. You are an absolute superstar. Heisenberg just tweeted that Rashford doesn't start. I think we kind of expected that anyway, to be fair. So I'm glad I've got him on the bench. We'll see if he's in the team. For what it's worth, I don't think he'll be in the team. Ten Hag does play some mind games, but I don't think he's going to lie. You're doing your cactus arm workout. Yeah, damn right. Hella sus. Why do I just get people shouting baldy at me constantly? Don't know how I feel. I'm sure there's some other stuff, interesting stuff going on here. I'll read through it in a bit. Calvin, 82k. It's a nice team. I'm very jealous of Fernandez. I'll give you a like, Calvin, even though you're a terrible moderator. Raptor Practor. As someone who is slowly balding, when did you realize that you were going bald and when did you reach the point of no return? I'll show you what my hair looked like when I decided to shave it. I shaved it before it was bad, but it was getting there. What's bigger, your YouTube money or your cactus? My YouTube money. Where's my photos? Here you go. You can kind of see. God, I've had such a glow up. I am so unattractive. I can't even show you these pictures. I look that unattractive in them. Look how skinny I was as well. Can you kind of see there? Like, you can see it's receding slightly, and I just had this like little thin tuft on my head. It's a terrible picture, but you can kind of see the hair wasn't great. That's also me without glasses, which is again not great. So there we go. These are all from the same holiday. This is when I went to Greece. Look how skinny I was. This was only like 4 years ago. I'm such a skinny little boy. Hate it. Now look at me. I'm a monster. Glowing now. Thank you, Yelena. I appreciate it. You look like a business executive. Not even that skinny. You had the Tintin cut. Tintin et Milou. I watched that because my ex was French, so she forced me to watch French cartoon stuff. So I watched Tintin et Milou. I was going to say you look like a teacher, but I remembered you're literally a lecturer. I am. I am indeed a lecturer. Father sends me his team. Johnston, Trippier, Trent, Estepinian, Salah, KDB, McAllister, Matoma, Isak, Wilson. Oh, I'm so jealous of the Isak and Wilson combo. Yeah, it's a really nice team. It's literally perfect. Apart from KDB's a little bit worrying, but we'll see. You look like Teabag. That's outrageous, but kind of true. I joined late. What were your transfers? Watkins to Greenwood and roll the second. Do you have your bald head out while lecturing? If I'm lecturing normally, if I'm doing a seminar, I'll normally wear my hat this way. I don't really wear my hat back to front that often in real life. It's only because of the lighting. I can't really wear it. Well, I could, but it just kind of covers my face a little bit. You are so hard on yourself. I appreciate that, but I don't think I am. I think I'm reasonable on myself. But yeah, I like the fact that I'm not skinny now. Even just like now in a hoodie, you know, like I don't look skinny, which is nice. I felt like I looked far too skinny back then. Back to front looks good. We'll do it like that. I'm always so wonky. My camera's slightly wonky. On my head, slightly wonky. It's like, do your students watch your streams? I know at least kind of about 5% of my students watch my content. I would say I usually get a couple in each class that watch my content. What is your BMI? My BMI is big fatso. This is my issue that I've got. Is my BMI just tells me I'm a big fatty. Look at this. This is my body fat percentage, by the way. So this isn't even because BMI is not particularly accurate. My body fat percentage is there. I'm almost obese. Right? Then this is me. So I don't understand because what's my... That's me right now. That was taken 2 days ago. Right? How on earth am I obese? But it's a body fat percentage machine. It's quite an expensive one. So I must just have really high fat content in some places. My cheeks. So yeah. 23.7% BM, 23.7 BMI is the normal range, by the way. Yeah, but my body fat is so high. This is what I don't understand. The machine is wrong. Thank you. Yeah, let's say the machine's wrong. I agree. Must be all in the dong. Shadow made me think you were wearing a balaclava. No. That looks like 12 to... No, I'm definitely not 12 to 15% body fat. I'm about 18% body fat, I reckon. 19%. 18, 19%. Can you take off your glasses? One day. One day I'll do it. Not today. Your cactus contributes towards your BMI. Maybe. Maybe it is my absolutely massive Vincent that makes him think I've got high body fat. Might be all stored in the bunda. I do have quite a big bunda. The bunda is elite. Do I have any other photos to show you? Something of me not topless, because that's all I seem to show you. Do I have any exciting photos? Oh, I could show you that. That's quite funny, but that's me topless again. And no one's asked for it. Oh, I did some great meal prep the other day. I made some... I made lemon chicken. Oh my God, lemon chicken. Whew. That is just... It was quite easily the nicest thing I've ever made myself. Oh, it was so good. I'm just thinking that now. I've got it in the fridge. I'll probably have it again today. I made 4 lots of it. It was so good. If you lost your phone, you'd be a mess. I almost... Lemon chicken. Oh, it was so good. Do you know why? So I made lemon chicken, but I had the things that made the lemon chicken so good. So I had soy sauce, lemon chicken, lemons, garlic. What else did I have in there? Onion powder. The thing that made it good, though, is I used like 20 milliliters of sesame oil. And I've never used sesame oil before. And it just gave it this like nutty flavor. Oh, it was so good. Tell the chat about your original curry recipe mixing the two. So when was it, Yells? So I wanted to make loads of curry, but I didn't have 2 of one sauce. So I sent this to Yelena and said, can I mix these 2 sauces? I opted against it because I don't think tikka masala and madras from 2 different brands would mix very well. But I would normally make a curry from scratch, but I was feeling lazy, so there we go. Oh my god, that lemon chicken. I'll have to make it for all of you one day. It was so good. I love this meme. Why is my light not? Look at this guy. One of my favorites. Doing FPL and meal preps must make the ladies just super soaked for you, Ross. Oh, God. I'm going to be alone forever, aren't I? Doing FPL and meal preps. That's funny. It is quite possibly the 2 least attractive things in the world, isn't it? Oh, well. Chat, you should send this to your... Don't actually. You should send this to your crush. He's not denying it. What am I not denying? I forgot what I was supposed to deny. How old are you? I'm 26 years old. I just turned 26. Oh, yeah, I found a picture of me when I was younger. Look how chiseled my face is. And I had hair and no glasses. That was me when I was 18 in this picture. That's an 18-year-old Ross. Do I have anything else to show you? Jesus, is that a bandana? It was a pub crawl. It was for university. It was like like the first week, freshers week kind of thing. I think that's it, chat. The rest are just topless pictures, which no one ever asked for, and I show you anyway, so I'll leave it there. Your beard looks like it was sharpied on. So what I used to do is I would bring it lower, but I used to shave these bits to have like more definite. Like now I just let this all grow. But I used to shave these bits. You need a wife and kids. Rude. You look like a Backstreet Boys look like a Backstreet Boys dropout. Rude. How did you lose your hair that quick? Rude. What are all these rude comments? Can I have a pic of you for my mantelpiece? Need something to keep the kids away from the fire. What? Why? What? Why is everyone being like this? You definitely look like you owned a moped. You are hairy like the Sasquatch. I am, to be fair. I'm quite a hairy man. I've never even had that. By the way, that insult was brilliant. Can I have a picture of you for the mantelpiece? I need something to keep the kids away from the fire. Like, that's a creative insult. Would you rather your current look or no beard and full set of hair? I'm happy with how I look. I'm confident. I'm all good. When are you getting married? I need to have a girlfriend first. We've discussed this. Once I have a girlfriend for a long period of time, we can start having that chat. Rapture's so confident in how he looks, he refuses to take off his glasses. I'm not that confident, Jesus. Have you ever had a semicircle tan because of your hat? I had a very faint one when I went out in the summer once, yeah, so I need to be careful. When I'm out in the summer, it's cap the other way or cap off. I missed the deadline. Raptor, your voice is so soothing, I slept. Just kidding. I now have Haaland captain and no Isaac Wilson. Let me know in the chat. Have you ever fallen asleep to my videos or streams? Top question from Pickle. Is a top question, isn't it? Yeah, I've never burnt a semicircle into my forehead, but I have definitely had a faint tan line. Oh, I can show you that, chat. I'm going to watch this game. Netherlands versus Croatia in Amsterdam in June. Semi-final of the Nations League. I have fallen asleep listening to your stream in bed. Yelena isn't your girlfriend. No, she's not my girlfriend. She's my best friend. She's too old for me anyway. Yelena's 45. Yes, we have also, yes, going to the basketball playoffs tomorrow. Let me find, did I take a screenshot of that? I'm going to this tomorrow. Did I take a screenshot, Yells? I don't think I did. I'm going to the, what is it? What are we going to? I'm going to the British basketball playoffs, I think. I need to know more about this. Yes, the British basketball playoffs. It's the Lions versus the Riders. There's some pretty crap names. Does anyone watch British basketball? We're going to watch the Lions versus the Riders. Yeah. Yelena's not actually 45, no. Yelena, can I tell them your age? No, your head is too bright. Thanks. You're not 28. She's 29. Why do you keep lying about your age? Or do you just still not know what your actual age? No, actually, you are. You are 28, aren't you? Wait, are you 28 or 29? You're 29 in June. Maybe I'm lying about you. No, you are 28. I thought you was 29. Yeah. No, you're 20. You're 28. That's fine. Ignore me. Basketball. Yes, the British Basketball League. I have never watched it, I'll be honest. But I'm going to watch it tomorrow with Yelena. You're a Lions fan tomorrow. Are we? Okay. I'm a Lions fan. Apparently. Stop mansplaining my age. You're 30 next year. That's gross. 30. You are 30 next year. Get in the bin. He was mansplaining to me about cab versus taxi yesterday. Listen, it's not mansplaining. It's just that I'm correct. It's as simple as that. Silly sausage. Don't talk about my sausage. I was going to say get my sausage out of your mouth, but I meant more so get the words out of your mouth than my sausage, you know. My niece plays for the Riders, Ross. Does she? I think the women's basketball is before. Wait, is that the men's or the women's? What is it? The women's and men's, is it the same teams playing? The women's game's before, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get there. No, it's the Lions versus... Oh, it's the Lions versus the Riders again. Is it? That's weird. I don't know. I need to know more. Sorry, FPL Pickle. I apologise. 30-year-old man makes sex jokes. I'm not 30, firstly. Rude. I bought Enciso. How good of a transfer is he? I like him. Yelena, did you do the Enciso move? Has the game updated yet? Oh, the game's updated. Let's have a look. Yelena, did you not make a move? Did you not do anything with your team? Or did you do it and it not confirm? Let me know. I thought you were going to do either Wilson or Enciso. Oh, you brought in Luke Shaw. I can see. Let me know what you did. What's your position in your league? Don't know. What have you done, Yells? Pretty good bench. Yes, a strong bench. I've got a feeling she didn't confirm her transfer. Shaw went through, but no Enciso. Oh, it's not the end of the world. You've got 2 free transfers now, and you've got Ollie Watkins against Spurs. So it's not the end of the world. My league, I am 234th in my league. I'm first in a lot of leagues. To be fair, these 2 leagues, there's only 2 people. This league, there's only 3 people. We can see Nana Raptor's team. Do you want to see Nana Raptor's team? This is Nana Raptor's team. She's got triple Newcastle defense like an absolute mad woman. I love it. She's also captaining Haaland. I asked her yesterday. I said Haaland might not start. She was like, I don't care. I want to captain Haaland. So there we are. She's also 131k. And last season, by the way, Nana Raptor finished. This was her first season playing properly. She finished 63k last year. She might get back-to-back top 100k finishes. Proud of her. Right, let's sort out the team for next week. I think I'll be going like this for now, is the plan. We'll do something like that, and then it depends. Basically, Bruno will be coming in for one of Rashford or Grealish, probably. Raptor, should I bring a sign to the games tomorrow with Raptor is single and he has a very big cactus? The thing is, chat, I am technically single, but also technically not single. So, you know, do with that what you will. So I'm not desperately in the need for any wingmanning at the moment. Play Isak over Trippier. I just don't know if he'll start. I bit my lip and now it's bleeding, I think. Yelena's gone senile. Are you saying Yelena or you said she? I don't know if this is Nana Raptor or Yelena. They're both about the same age, so I'll pretend it's Yelena. Yelena's gone senile. Raptor with the Riz. Raptor with the Riz. Stalking people doesn't count as technically not single. Listen, I'm... Oh, it's difficult to explain. It's difficult to explain. Let's just say that I'm not single, but I'm not in a relationship. Let's just say that. I know where this is going. Where is it going, Abdullah? That's a nice looking team, by the way. If I don't finish in the top 10k, I'll be very, very sad. Let's just say that. Ross is smitten. I am quite smitten. Married to the job. Married to the job, to be fair. Yeah. Stop saying to be fair. Oh my God, I need to snap out of that. Yelena, can you bop me on the nose every time I say to be fair tomorrow? It's like flick, like a dog. I'm an absolute womanizer. I am such a womanizer. Friends with benefits. No, it's not a friends with benefits situation. I like... Does she know about the streams? What, the person that I'm dating but not dating? Yeah, she knows about the streams. She could be watching right now. Who knows? Who knows? Are you worried Wilson captainers could hurt your rank this week? I don't know. What's his ownership? We won't know his ownership for a little bit, will we? Let me see if I can find if anyone's tweeted his ownership. Yeah, Wilson's at 50% actually. Let me see if I can show you this. Am I going to be able to show you this? Yeah, I should be able to. Right, let me 2 seconds. So here are the ownerships in the top 10K. So basically, effective ownership, if you've never used effective ownership, it takes into account ownership and captain. So if, let's say, this is just a quick explanation. If everyone in the game owned Isaac, he would be at effective ownership 100%. However, if everyone in the game owned Isaac and captained Isaac, he would be at 200% because everyone gets his points twice. If everyone owns Isaac and only half captain Isaac, he would have about 150% effective ownership. So what that then essentially means is if you don't own Isaac, you will lose 141% of his points. If, this is confusing, if you own but haven't captained Isaac, you still lose rank. You lose 41% of Isaac's points. Does that make sense? So you really, if you haven't captained Isaac but you own him, you still need him to blank, which is a weird one. But there's some ownerships for you. Let me go back to the chat. Sorry, I've just seen the chat. I can promise you the person is not Yelena. Yelena has a long-term boyfriend. Yelena is in a relationship. I am seeing someone else. I can promise you there's nothing going on behind the scenes there. I've only just seen the chat. I wasn't ignoring that. Ross, you have tantalizing eyebrows. I actually get complimented on my eyebrows a lot. I'll have you know. They look a bit wonky. Is it my head? Maybe it's my head that's just wonky. So looking at the players that can hurt me this week. Wait, I own all of those apart from Wilson. And Rashford's on my bench. My team is so template. My team is so template. Why do you sound disappointed? For goodness sake. We have very similar eyebrows. Let me have a look at a picture of your face. I'm trying to think what your eyebrows look like. We do actually have quite similar eyebrows, don't we? That's quite freaky. Eyebrow twins. Where's Luke Shaw? I don't know. Let me... Can I select more? Page 2? There you go. There's page 2. I guess I don't own Bruno Fernandes and Kepa. They could hurt my rank a little bit. There's page 2. So really, the only ones that can hurt my rank are Wilson and Bruno Fernandes. Oh my God, that's Pickle Rick. Yes. Hi, Ross. Can you show the top 100k ownerships, please? Yes. I think so. Can I? You can't look at effective ownership, though. That's the issue. I can probably look at the players that are most likely to harm me, actually. That'll be up, isn't it? Oh, here you go. This site is live FPL, by the way. Let me copy the link. You can see the players that are the main threat to your rank. So these are the players that can mainly hurt my rank. Wilson, Rashford. That was my light going off because it's on a battery, not plugged in. Wilson, Rashford, Fernandez, Kepa, Still, Martinelli. But like these are so lowly owned that even if they massively haul, it's not going to hurt me. It really is. Even Kepa, like a 10-pointer wouldn't be. It's these three. And Rashford's on the bench. So the only players that can hurt my rank are Wilson and Fernandez. But they are two great players to have. So, of course, it could go shockingly for me. So, yeah. Hopefully, it should be a fine week where I'm not... where it doesn't hurt me too much. I just want to stay where I am. I would be so happy finishing the season where I am right now. I love how wild FPL names are getting. FPL Bateman and FPL Pickle are amazing. They are. They are great, aren't they? Sup Ross joined late today. I'm probably going to end the stream in a second, to be honest. Has anyone got any last minute questions that they want to ask before I go and eat? Because I haven't eaten since like 7 or 8 p.m. last night, so I'm hungry. Is it your best finish so far? Yeah, it will be my best finish so far. It will. I prefer FPL Bateman to FPL Pickle, to be fair. Yeah, I agree. I would agree, mate. Do you use shampoo? No. Why would I use shampoo? Makes no sense. I use shower gel. Ross, can you tell us how tall you are so we can bingo? I am approximately 177, 178 centimeters, approximately between 5'9" and 5'10". Watch Death Note. I need to watch Death Note. I do. Any tips on how to take a penalty in a shootout? Yes, I do have tips. This is based on my master's thesis. Don't look at the goalkeeper and take a 2 to 3 second break before you do your run up. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg, of course. What do you wash your beard with then? I wash my beard with beard shampoo and conditioner. It's like a specialist beard. It's like a little. It's from Bulldog. It's got like natural stuff in it, not chemicals. So I guess that is shampoo, but I don't use it on my head. When are you coming for a holiday in Africa? Africa, I want to try and do all of the continents. And at the moment, I've not been to South America, North America. I've been to Egypt. So I have been to Africa, but could quite like to go to like Central or South Africa or West or East, not North Africa, because I've been there. Australasia, I've not been to. I've not been to Asia. Where have I been to? Have I just been to Europe and Africa? God, I need to travel more. So yes, I'm gonna come to Africa. Are you going to the gym today? Yes, doing a big boy arm workout. Oosh. Have you heard of my country? Myanmar, Burma. No. Australia would love you. They have no culture. Are you saying I've got no culture? That's rude. I swear you've already been in the gym this week. I've been to the gym 4 times this week already. Chat, what do you think odds on of me doing my Game Week 38 stream? Game Week 38 TikTok like this. Are you ready? Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Odds on Game Week 38 stream or TikTok. This is what you want. This is what you want, but it's not going to happen. But it could happen. If this... I need to set like a... If I hit 100,000 subscribers before the end of the season... No, I'm joking. That's not going to happen. You've been in the gym, not to the gym. I've been in gym. You look so pale in that. Your face looks pale. Yellow. Yeah, I do look quite pale in that. I'm quite pale, to be fair. You look very scrappy, Ross. Is that a compliment or an insult? We will all pay for that. I'm bricked up. I'm bricked up right now. Nice. You look like Tyler from Dude Perfect. I like Ty. I'll take that. What a tease. You know how it is. Ross is choking himself. I am partial to the... I shouldn't say that. Ignore me. No, your sun-kissed face. Your face is sun-kissed in real life. Oh, thank you. It's not at all. I'm very pale now at the moment. Keep... Tyler says, keep going. I'm almost finished. Tyler, that's outrageous. I need to lie down after this stream. I need to eat. I'm so hungry. Don't say that. I won't say what I was going to say. I'll say it, but I don't actually, you know, I was just going to say I'm partial to a bit of like choking, but obviously I don't mean that, you know. Ross is a free agent right now. Technically not. No, I'm not a free agent, sadly. Be nice if I was. Oh my goodness. I would love to show the stream that message, but I won't. This got steamy out of nowhere. I know. That's what happens. That's what happens. BDSM, ASMR, all of the letters. Right, I'm going to go and eat. This stream's been going on for 3 hours and 10 minutes, my word. Right, I love you all. Thank you for being here. Make sure to subscribe, tune into the content next week. Then there's only 2 more deadline streams after that. So it's pretty sad, but thank you for being here. And that's it. Bye.